listen, y'all. My producer, he got us late already. He's the reason why we late tonight. We are a whole 30 minutes late. I'm paying him big bucks, y'all. And pop my nail. Listen, y'all, listen, you're tuned in with another episode with Tea Talk with Prophetess Y. Y'all, listen, tonight's going to be humorous. Y'all, we're fresh off Sunday service, so my voice is raspy for real, for real. But y'all, we got the questions for this podcast guest on tonight. Y'all, listen, I'm telling you, if you have encountered this guest and you have not laughed or he made you smile, that means something is wrong with your spirit because you cannot be in his presence and you ain't laughing. Real talk. So, y'all, right quick, we are live in living color on YouTube. Hey, YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We're live on my podcast, Tea Talk with Prophetess Wise page. We're going to upload on IG, Blessings, and TikTok. So y'all tune in for episode 18. Kingdom Men Arise. Yeah, y'all. And I'm super duper excited. We're on the boulevard, y'all, on tonight. So y'all, before I get into introducing my guest on tonight, I want you to do me a big favor and share this podcast. And let me know, can you hear us? Let's do mic check, sound check, all of that. My producer's giving me a thumbs up, y'all. So that means we good. Amen. So y'all listen right quick. My guest on tonight. Now y'all listen. Super duper amazing. Amen. Man of God. Yes, he is, y'all. He ain't preaching yet now, but nevertheless. Let me stop cutting the movie. But y'all listen, drummer, I'm telling you, right down in the big city from Whitehall, Yamasee. So y'all, and we are family as well. Amen. So tonight gonna be really laid back. We're gonna be laughing. I don't know if he could be crying, y'all. I don't know. But I give a shout out to his wife because I know his wife was like, go ahead and do that podcast. Go ahead and do that podcast. So y'all, we're gonna hop into it. So listen, I didn't get a bio. I didn't want to pressure you because listen, y'all, I thought he was gonna cancel on me, y'all. But nevertheless, he came through and listen, he's been all jokes aside, he's been always a blessing to my family, our son. He is a big inspiration. He always made sure when CJ started like little, y'all. Listen, he even had to talk for CJ because some coaches think he was going to make it. But nevertheless, Coach P was in the place. He's always been there for the children, y'all. So yeah, and also, y'all, he was a part of a singing group. We're going to get into that and see if he's still a part of the Carlton Spirituals. So yeah, y'all, can't run from that in it, y'all. But nevertheless, y'all help me welcome Coach P on tonight.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
Blessings, Coach P.
I am so happy to be here. I'm so proud of y'all.
Amen.
Yeah, we're gonna cut up and have a
Yeah, we got to cut up tonight.
Now I was nervous at the beginning.
Why?
Because I was telling my wife, I said, Lord, I can't believe London gonna have me on this show with all these preachers and put me on here, little Coach P from a little town of Whitehall, and she gonna put me on this show and say with some of these questions she's gonna ask. But I text her, I said, I am a coach. I don't know what that is in the Bible at, but I'm a coach.
You
I
did.
can ask some coach questions.
You did.
But them Bible questions, I had to text my wife. Look here, talk fast now, because we on the time here now. But nah, we just
Right.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm glad to see that you got your show popping. And listen, I'm all for you.
And I'm
so proud of you.
Because you don't know the questions.
I don't.
You have no idea.
I don't.
And the thing about it is, we were talking offset, and some people didn't respond.
Right.
You know, and I'm good with that.
Right.
But you guys, I mean, if you look at the lineup, you know, many of y'all said the same thing. Well, I'm not a preacher, but then you are influencer. You know, you're doing big things out here, and from day one, I mean, I'm not looking at the now Coach P.
Right.
I mean, day one, and I mean, go way back when I was a kid, and you were doing baseball.
Right.
You know, so you know you've been out here. You know, you've been out here.
And it started, and it's kind of, it's kind of crazy how it got started when I started playing ball at a young age,
Yeah.
because your uncle them, Lewis
Yeah.
and Randy,
The Brown Boys.
them guys used to play ball with my dad, and I used to see them play, and I said, Lord, I
Wow.
want to be just like them when I grew up.
Wow.
Never knew that I was play ball with Lewis, well, we call him Sweet Lou. And that's where it started from. You know, we
Wow.
started in Jonesville and the
Yeah.
Whitehall and the Beaufort area.
Yeah.
And that's how I ended up getting into playing baseball. You know, I played when I got in high school. High school ball was fun to play,
Right.
but playing country ball on Saturdays and Sundays
Yeah.
was a thing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, that's
yeah.
what we lived. Well,
Yeah.
that's what we lived for back then.
Back
was
then.
to get to Saturday and Sunday
Mm-hmm.
to get out in the country and play country ball. That's what it was all about, and that's what made me a good ball player
Wow.
coming up.
So what's the difference while we're there? We're going to kind of jump back in a second,
Mhm.
but what's the difference playing country ball, baseball, and
High school.
high school? I'm about to say professional, but
Well,
that's another
country
level.
ball, because you got guys that play country ball
Right.
that's going to make you tough. They're going to talk trash to you.
Mm.
They're going to throw a ball at your head. They're going to make
What?
you tough. But they don't do it intentionally, because
Right.
after the game, you all going to get together and have fun.
Right. Right.
High school ball, it was all about, you know, you're playing with your classmates,
Mhm.
you know, and you got to play it the clean way.
Right. Right.
But it's a huge difference. Now, the bases are the same, the mounds are the same, the balls are the same.
Mhm.
But playing country league ball, playing with the older guys
Right.
that
That's
can
what I said.
teach you
Wow.
and tell you what you're doing wrong, those were how we got started. Your
Wow.
dad was the coach of the Yamasee, one of the Jonesville team. I'm sorry, the Roadside team.
Right.
And when your dad taught, it wasn't, yeah, whatever. You're gonna look him in the eye, you know. And as a matter of fact, I never did get to play for him, but I remember him when I was playing ball coming up 14, 15 years old, and I would do something on the field, running my mouth. He goes, "That's not how you play the game." And I
What?
used to always say, "Who do you think you is?" But I learned from that is that you can't talk the game. You got to play the game.
Wow.
And I learned that from them older guys in the country.
I
Those
didn't.
guys will talk trash after the game,
Yeah.
but during the game, you gonna play.
I didn't know my dad was coaching. I knew he
Oh
played.
yeah, your dad was he was an influence of that. You know, one of the best that come out of that area.
Wow.
One of the best. Reverend Herbert Brown, we call him Coach Herbert T.
Yeah.
You know, my uncle Calvin.
Yeah.
Joby, all those guys, man. I used to watch them when I was little.
And you were young.
Yeah, but I paid attention.
Wow.
Because I always tell people just right here, if you want to do something in life, pay attention to somebody that's doing something.
Right.
You'll get it.
Wow.
So I knew baseball was going to be my ticket out of the country.
Mm.
Now, people always, how you mean out of the country of the United States? Nah, out of the country of Whitehall.
Come on.
So you gotta know, you know, pick your battles. You
Yeah.
know, I could have said, you know what, nah, man, I'm gonna go stand up on the tree. I'm gonna hang with the boys,
That's it.
or I'm going to play baseball with the country league guys, and that's what I did.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
what I
it.
did.
Do you remember getting your first we call it not net muff? Well, you know, glove.
Oh man, listen. You know, back then, you know, our parents couldn't afford the big time gloves we want. So
Right. Right.
if somebody would give you a glove, I took that glove home,
Yeah.
and I used to get people used to tell you get Vaseline, you rub it down, and
Right.
I don't know what kind of foolishness did they tell me to do it. They just tell me something to get out their face.
Right.
And my fool behind went home and did it
Right.
until I learned what baseball all glove was. So when I finally got it, that one glove that he's what is his name? Herman Lee Wright. God bless the dead. Herman Lee Wright
Yeah.
gave me a glove when I was 11 years old.
Oh wow.
Never forget this.
Right.
11 years old. I had that glove from when I was 11 years old until I got out of high school. A
Wow.
Louisville Slugger glove. They don't even make them anymore.
Wow.
They don't even make them anymore. I kept that glove that
Mm.
long. And my high school coach, Ralph Martin, he said, "You need to buy your new glove."
Wow.
I'm just like Herman. He said, "Boy, this thing ain't gonna take you places, boy."
You sound just like him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those were the days where you would listen to the older ball players. I'm telling you, if we had that now,
Right.
some of these athletes would
Yeah.
be better off where they're at now. I say it like that.
Why
I'm
you
gonna
say-
leave it just like that.
Oh, I said, why you say
Yeah.
that?
Because
In short.
they think they know it all.
Got you.
They never been through the ruts, and they never been to how to grind.
Right.
You know, everybody complaining about this heat now.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we were coming up,
Yeah.
we would go find a basketball court. Well, not me. I used to find the baseball field.
Right.
and the guys come out of my house. Hey man, we're going to play basketball. We're going to play football. All right, I'll be down in a minute.
Right.
Because I had to get in the yard. My dad used to make sure I get in the yard and get a board up and throw about 100 pitches with a tennis ball till mom get wore out.
What?
Now you can go play now, but I ain't had the strength to go play because I'm tired. Because see, it was a trick to it.
Wow.
You got to get your practice in.
Then you can go.
Then you can go.
But you're tired.
That's right. That was a trick to it. That was a trick to it.
So did your dad play too, or he just made sure he?
My dad was a head coach. My dad coached me in low league ball, and then he coached me.
Wow.
He never did coach me in high school ball. I'm glad he didn't, because that was the meanest man in the world. Oh my God, that man was so mean. But it worked.
It worked.
Oh, it did. It worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah.
It worked. He was a jokester, and then when he started drinking his water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that water.
Water.
Yeah. Some, he started saying some things, and you be like, man, I didn't want to hear that, but it's the truth.
It's the truth.
Yeah, because he want to get it over to you. It's the
right.
way he want to get it over to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So awesome. So how was it growing up as let's go back elementary? How is it? Because you went to Jonesville Elementary as well.
Right. I started off at Hendersonville Elementary.
Hendersonville. Wait a minute.
So the old Hendersonville.
Oh.
On Penal Road, we started there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started there, and then when that school closed down, we went to I think we was in the 4th grade. Hendersonville Elementary closed down. Then we all transitioned over to Jonesville Elementary.
So that's why Whitehall came down.
Right.
But originally y'all went to Hendersonville.
Right.
So why they close that school down?
It needed a lot of repairs to it.
Got you.
And some of us on that road, on Whitehall Road, some of us went to Avenia Brown before they closed down.
Right.
And some went to Jonesville.
Oh, so they split it.
Yeah, they split it.
Wow.
And this is the scary thing. The funny thing, it's scary and funny. I always heard of a teacher that was there, and both of them passed. Miss Sally Brown and Miss Gladys Davis.
Right.
Back then, you better not call them by their first name.
You better not.
And all I kept hearing all summer long, boy, Miss Sally don't play. Miss Sally would get that fan belt, and Miss Sally would put something on you.
Right.
I said, man, that lady don't scare me. And they kept saying, if you don't comb your hair, Miss Davis will get a porcupine out the yard.
For real?
Yeah.
Miss Davis actually.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, it worked, because that's why I'm bald headed now.
That's why you said.
Yeah. I'll tell all my kids all the time, y'all lucky. Y'all lucky. Y'all have
because back then them teachers didn't play like Mr. Murray. The middle school. Now, did you get a paddle from Mr. Murray?
I think Mr. Murray broke my hip about 10 times in 1 year, and I try to tell my wife all the time. She said, why your back always hurting? I said, because back in 1990 something, Mr. Murray break my behind. But it worked. It worked. Yeah. Mr. Murray always say, you want me to call your daddy?
Yeah.
Or you want to beat him? I just go ahead and buck up. I'd rather you go ahead and beat me than you call my daddy, because when he come up here, I'm going to get worse. Yeah.
It's going to be different.
Yeah.
It took one time for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, no, you can't call home.
Yeah,
No.
I'd rather you call the police first when you call my daddy.
But it seemed like Mr. Murray knew everybody's parents.
Because Mr. Murray's actually from Catholic Hill.
Oh, I'm like, how he knows he knew everybody's parents.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, if we had that now,
right,
these school systems would be a lot better.
So you saying we missing the Mr. Murrays, the Miss Sally, the Miss Davis.
They gone.
Yeah. And also now them 3 sisters, Miss Risha, Miss Lockhart,
Lord, have mercy.
and Miss what's the other? Oh Lord.
Yeah, they
I forgot the sister name.
Man.
Ooh.
People ask me all the time, say, can you remember all the elementary teachers you had?
Man.
I said, I can't remember all.
But listen.
But the ones I do remember is the one that really put that stock in you to say, you know what? I'm going to make you learn.
Yeah, Miss Risher, Miss Lockhart, they were like, you couldn't sit like this. You had to sit like this.
Yeah.
Posture.
Yeah.
Posture. I'm like, oh my God.
I had another teacher that when I was at Hendersonville, before we left to go over there, people always say, and I'm not using black or white thing. But
right.
always had a teacher say, what black teacher will always, when you was in the 1st or the 4th grade, when you was at Hendersonville, what was the teacher that really just got onto you? I said, it was a white lady named Miss Carter.
I remember.
Miss Carter was so hard on me. I kept saying, why is this lady always bothering me? Why? She said, Perry, I want to see you go somewhere. I want to see you do something.
Right.
And when I got to Hendersonville, when I got to Jonesville, I told Miss Sally, I said, I want to be a school teacher. Miss Sally said, boy, you going to be nothing. Sit down, boy, your peanut head. I know your daddy, your grandmama. But that's how she would just get over to you. Yeah. But it was nothing serious about it.
Right,
so that's how she would get over to you.
Right.
And I remember when I started, when I got my first job in the school system, I said, you know what? I'm going to show my badge to Miss Sally down Hamilton down there, Pocatello.
Right,
She was
right.
living down there before she passed.
Right.
I'm gonna show this lady I got a job
And
in the school system, and I was working for Miss Young, and I
yeah,
had the opportunity to tell her, but she then got older, so
older.
she didn't really understand.
Saying, right.
I was like, dog, I finally get a chance to
Just
tell
tell
her.
her-
She didn't understand
saying
what I'm
what
going
I'm
to tell her. But you know, it was all for, and I tell people all the time, those were the days that
Yeah.
teachers would trash out you to make you, you know, say, oh, you can't do it. But then
Right.
you know you can do it because
Right.
they're going to push you.
Right.
So that's what I miss out of the school system.
Right.
I
Now,
missed that.
Was the teachers getting paid back then?
I don't think
versus-
the teachers was getting big money back then,
Then,
but they
right.
cared.
But they
And I'm
did
not saying
care.
the teachers now
Now
don't care.
Right, but it's different.
But back then, those teachers would care because how you come up, that's how they came up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they didn't have all the big
Right.
time rides
Right,
and
right,
you know, all the glowy clothes and this and that.
right, right, right.
And I'm glad that, you know, that God really blessed me with, you know, growing up.
Right.
You know, I went through some hard times. Ooh, Lord, I went through some hard times when I got out of school, but I kept figuring how I'm going to make it. And I
Right.
always go back to what Miss Sally said, you ain't
Mhm.
going to be nothing.
Whoa.
But she did that just to try out, just to see what I was going to do, to see if I was going to lay down or if I was
right.
going to get up.
So you
and
look, you use that word as in
Yeah.
to motivate you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You had to. You know, I used to tell my girls all the time, you know what, we just ain't a good basketball team. We just not that good.
Right.
And I would say that, and the girls always, Coach, why you say that? I said, because if y'all believe that, that's how y'all gonna be.
Mm.
Don't believe that. Don't ever let nobody tell you in life
Right.
what you're not gonna be.
Right.
You
Right.
know, you can be great, but you're gonna have to put the work in.
That's it.
You know.
That's it.
So, you know, it's you know, that's why I always say I feel for the teachers and the schools. Some of the school systems now, it's rough.
Right.
It's rough.
It is rough now because it's a different generation.
Yeah.
They
it's
don't
rough.
they don't fare like back then. We was like, no. Let me get this pedal right now because
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
call home.
Yeah, because I when I worked in the school system for all them years, you know, when I worked at Collin County, you know, I knew everybody. I knew all the
Right,
parents. I
right.
knew every last of them.
Right.
More of the kids that was there.
Right.
And when I worked at other schools like Allendale and schools like that, man, it was a point where I was like, I can't do this. How
Right.
in the world do these parents let their kids do that and do that? And I kept saying, well, you used to be like that.
Wow.
You used to be like that.
Wow.
Talk to them.
Talk to them.
You know, now, Londa, it's when I go places and I see students where I used to work at,
Mhm.
Coach Smalls, I thank you.
Mm.
I'm thinking like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
He said, when you were at our school, boy, you were rough on us. I
Right.
said, because y'all got potential.
Yeah.
Be good
Yeah.
athletes. You
Right.
can be good students,
Right.
great students.
Right.
I said, but y'all didn't have nobody to push y'all
Right.
like that. You know, the
Right.
teachers and the coaches that was there had left.
Mm.
You know, sometimes when young men and women see new coaches or new personnel coming to the school system,
Mhm.
they're gonna try you. They're gonna see how
Right.
much they can push you.
Push you.
Yeah.
Right.
And I let them do that. Think, oh yeah, they think I'm easy. And all of a sudden, I snap in that school and they're like, man, they fool.
Food. Right.
Yeah. So
right.
you know, it's just a mind game I play with them.
Right.
It's a
Because
mind
the
game.
kids respected you
Oh yeah,
even from on travel league,
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the school system, out the school system. You were always well respected. You had and you have the children's respect.
and you talk about travel ball.
Mhm.
I remember when Coach Craig Grant started that thing,
Yeah.
and I said, you know what, this is gonna be the worst idea to do this because some of the parents is not gonna be able to travel like that.
Right.
Then I saw the participation comes out
Mhm.
for is it when the kids came out. I
Yeah.
said, you know what, I want the 11, 12-year-old group. I
Mhm.
want that group right there. That's where I want to start at.
Mhm.
And I was coaching football. You know, this is the thing that people didn't know.
Mhm.
I was coaching football at Collin County and I was coaching in Allendale.
What?
And when I got finished coaching, I would get back to the old football stadium and coach youth football. So I was coaching on Friday nights
Yeah.
and I was coaching on Saturdays.
Mm.
So, you know, I wasn't married. I was just doing all kind of crazy stuff, man.
Right.
But
Right.
I said the only way that we can build this program at Collin County High School, we as the guys that been there and
Mhm.
knows what it takes to see them get where they want to be at, we got to put our feet in the mud and we got to go with them.
Mm.
And when I did that, you know, it fed off. Jay, it
Yeah.
fed off. You know, Craig gave
Yeah.
everything. All the coaches. I mean,
All of
I'm
them.
just
I
using
understand.
different.
Right.
A lot of us just say, you know what, man, we gotta get our feeding program back where it's going.
Right. Right. Right.
And sometimes, you might, you have a kid that's come up from the bottom to the top, and then they get to high school, and it's like, man, that kid played for me. But one thing about me, and nobody can ever say that they see me did this or say this. When a kid get to high school, I made that boy. I made him what he is. Nah, I didn't make him. He made himself.
Wow.
He made himself. It's
Right.
so
That's humility.
yeah. You gotta I just want to be the one that say you can do it. You
Right.
got this. You
Right.
good.
Right. Right.
It's hard now, but I promise you now.
Right.
You think it's hard over here? Try over there.
Right.
When things don't work out and you ain't got nothing, and then all your friends playing, try
Right.
that, and then try this one. I bet you would try that one better.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I remember with CJ,
Right.
and you had, many parents don't know, that the talks behind the talks.
Yeah.
Where some coaches like, oh, that boy not gonna, he ain't gonna make, he can't do it.
But I tell y'all don't know this. Every time I coach football, when the incident, which I won't call it incident, when CJ was playing middle school football,
Yeah,
and CJ came up to be in the 9th grade, and I'm not gonna call the coach's name on the
right,
line,
right,
but they kept saying that kid will never play for us. And I kept saying in that coach meeting, y'all, that young man. And I never did say he was my cousin or family.
Right.
I never did say anything. I kept saying, y'all, that young man's going to play for us.
Yeah.
That head coach back then said, nah, he won't play in my program. Okay. So someone went by.
Yeah.
See, which I'm coaching running backs.
Right.
But I'm peeping over there looking. I said, boy, look at CJ eating. Yeah. So one Sunday we went to a coach's meeting.
Yeah.
And when the coach said, you know what, Magwood is really doing something over there. I'm thinking all the time. Okay. Now I'm bopping because you know what? I got my swag on now because I knew what I was talking about.
Right.
I knew what I was talking about.
Right.
And I tell people all the time, not because he's my family.
Right.
He wanted to get better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He knew, okay, listen, I can start if I want to start. When we got to the first 2 games of the season, one of our offensive linemen went down. Never forget this like it happened yesterday.
Wow.
We was in a coaching meeting on a Sunday. Oh my God, what are we gonna do for a tackle? What are we gonna do for a guard? I said, Coach, I know I don't coach offensive line, but I said I think we need to bring CJ up. Oh, well, let's bring him up and see what he can do.
Yeah.
And CJ got there, and CJ did what he's supposed to do. I wasn't gonna go to him and say, CJ, listen, don't disappoint me. Listen, I have to do that because first of all, I know your background.
Right.
So your mom and your daddy ain't gonna tell you, they ain't gonna lead you nothing wrong.
Right.
So when CJ came to varsity practice that Monday.
Yeah.
CJ, Magwood, you up on varsity this week? I can see. I said, Lord, I thank you. I'm thinking in my mind, CJ, I want you to grind.
Right.
And that Thursday, Coach said, well, I guess we got to start Magwood. I said, Coach, how you mean we got the guests? Come on, man. I said, y'all, we ain't got no confidence in these kids. We ain't got nothing behind.
Right.
We got what we want right here.
Right.
So we was gonna put him at guard. And then Coach said, well, I tell you one thing, we can throw him at center. Nah, Coach, don't throw him nowhere, man. Come on.
Right.
Have confidence in this young man.
Right.
CJ started. And then next week, we won that game, and Coach come in, he said, in the coach's meeting, Smalls, how you knew Magwood was going to be a good offensive lineman? I said, Coach, first of all, he my cousin. I know it. I said, that my cousin. I ain't say cousin. Cousin. Yeah, my cousin. He said, how you mean? I said, that's my first cousin. Coach, I said, I knew this kid was going to be a good football player. But y'all never did. Y'all were doubting him because of his size.
Yeah.
And I told CJ, and he knew I told him this ever since. I said, CJ, if you lose that weight, you're going to be good.
Yeah.
I said, I'm telling you, a college coach will come knocking on your door.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when his dad and y'all told me what he was going to play that summer, some travel football.
Yeah.
And I say to myself right there, that's the ticket he needs.
That's the ticket he needs.
And then story goes on.
Yeah.
And when Curtis came to me and said, I'm gonna make a move.
Yeah.
I said, oh my God.
See
that? It happened.
Right.
Because you got to believe. You
gotta
want to be over there?
Yeah.
Or you want to be over there?
That's it.
So and it happened.
Yeah. So when you look now, like when you saw him first time, when you see him now, he didn't shed all that weight.
Yeah, because I told you first when I came here today, y'all going on vacation, and I came in there. I said, "Let me go over here and see what Curtis and Lonnie doing." Doesn't like to go over there and cut the food with them.
Right.
I roll in the door. Curtis, CJ standing behind the thing. I said, "CJ, that's you?" Yes, sir. I'm thinking one time. I'm thinking in my mind that CJ ain't lost that much weight, but he chose to make a decision.
Yeah.
Okay, I can be big, or I can be bigger and faster.
Come on.
And I think he picked the right role, be bigger and faster, because, like he said, the coach that was there, they recruited him, not there no more. And anytime you bring in a new coach to a new system, he requires different things.
Yeah.
And how blessing it is. Usually when coaches when a new coach comes in to a program, it don't have to be basketball, football, whatever.
Right.
He usually say, you know what, who all is here now? I don't need them anymore.
Wow.
But I guarantee you, that coach probably saw something that, you know what, this young man can play for us.
Yeah.
If he put the work in.
Yeah.
So and I believe that's what happened.
He said to us, he said, he said, Mama's different. You playing grown men.
Yeah.
And he was a little, freshman. You a little, 18. You playing grown men. So when you see your kids that that you had a part of their journey, that makes you feel good that they made it to the next level.
Yeah, it did. It does. I can tell you, I wouldn't want to go back and tell you from where it started from kids that played college basketball, baseball, and especially football, a lot of them.
Right.
And now girls basketball that, where I'm at a new school now.
Right.
And when you have girls that stay in contact with you and text you and tell you, Coach, I just want to give up. And you gotta find, you gotta dig down into your bags. You gotta dig down in your bag. You gotta say, hey, let me take you something positive.
Right, right.
And then text them something funny.
Yeah.
And then I text them something that just is real. It's real. But I tell all of them, you better enjoy high school while you can.
Yeah.
Because it's like growing up in your mama's house. Enjoy it while you can now.
Yeah.
Because when you get over there,
in real life,
it's real now.
It's real now.
I got a niece that's going to college right now.
Yeah.
And Kelly think it's all fun. Oh, I'm going to college, Kelly.
It's real.
On the 12th of next month, when you check in, it's real.
It's real.
I got it unprepared. I said, that's what I want, the confidence you have. You got it.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to change my phone number. Because, you call me, I'm prepared. I can't do this. Yeah, you can. Yeah, your sister did, so you can do it.
Right.
It's going to be tough, but you can do it.
So when you said, Coach P, you said, because I know you always say, well, I ain't no preacher, I ain't this and that. but you say you go in your bag and you dig out first something to make them laugh, then you give them encouragement, real life.
Because I had coaches that did it to me. I had white coaches, black coaches, and if I say this, I don't want nobody to take it to offense. Is that I had more white coaches that helped me along when I was coming up through high school.
Right.
And see, back then we didn't have travel baseball. We had what you call Dizzy baseball and American Legion. And those white coaches would come pick me up.
Wow.
Yeah. Bring me to practice, take me wherever we need to go at. I remember we went to Texas to go play in the Disney World Series. My mom and daddy had no money, and they was like, we got you. Wow. And you remember a phrase that they always use in church, and it started with your grandparents. Respect.
Yeah, will take you where money won't.
Yeah, so that's all it was. My mom and dad taught us respect.
Right.
And because we were raised with, when we were coming up, we would stay a lot of times at our grandmama's house in Roadside and Whitehall and Hendersonville.
Right.
Because my parents, all of our parents, used to work. So you had to stay to your auntie house or your grandma's house. So
right.
They would give you these words, encouragement that, if you don't work by the word, it work by that scrap they have in their hand.
You better say that.
Oh yeah, it is real. Yeah, it's real.
You got to go out there and pick your own switch.
Yeah. So now coming up these days now,
it's not.
It's soft because I got a grandbaby and baby, she got me soft as I want to be. Pop, listen, my grandbaby can't do nothing wrong.
What?
She can turn that whole car off and spit on that car. Be all right. All she had to do is say, Papa. When she does that right there, she got me. I'm good.
Right.
Yeah. But going back to what you said is I had white coaches that fed into me.
Right.
But I had black coaches like Coach Campbell.
Right.
Those guys, they would tell me, hey man, you're doing this wrong, this wrong.
Right.
I keep saying, man, I got this. But then I didn't want to listen at the time. Then when it happened, like, oh man.
Right.
I had one of my white coaches, Coach Ralph Martin. When I came out of high school, London, everybody kept saying, oh, you going to big time college. I did not want to go to college.
For real?
Oh, no. I sit on this live and tell anybody, I did not like college. I did not want to go to college.
Right.
And I told my mama that. I told before my dad was already passed. So,
right.
I said, you know what, Mom, listen, I'll find a job. I'll do something. I'm not doing no college.
Right.
Because see, when my dad was living, he used to always tell my brothers, if y'all better have a plan when you get out of high school.
Right.
And I back then I'm thinking the whole time, y'all got to have a plan. Didn't
Because
realize
you're the youngest,
yeah,
right?
I'm the youngest.
So you're the youngest boy or youngest period?
I'm the youngest period.
Oh,
I'm the youngest period.
gotcha.
I was the one that, used to always pick at them and like, y'all got to go find a job. Y'all got to go to school. So my sister went to college.
Right.
My oldest brother, he didn't go to college. He
Right.
stayed in trouble, this and that. But, it's a whole story to that. And then my middle brother, my brother that was older than me, David, he was the mechanic. So he always, he would be finding, mechanic jobs that, my uncle never had for him. Then he went to mechanic school. And here go me, standing back playing baseball. So I had a coach named Ralph Martin that coached me in high school baseball from my 7th grade all the way to my 12th grade.
Wow.
Okay. And this is the thing I'm going to throw in there. From my 7th grade all the way to my 12th grade, I made all region every year. Every year. All region. Made the Low Country All-Star team, made the North-South game, did all that. Did all that good stuff. Right. So Coach Martin, coaches would come up to me and say, hey, Coach, we want to try to get him down to our campus. Yeah. And I look at Coach Martin, I'm not going to college. So when a coach came to me from USC Suckerhatchee, never forget this. This guy comes to me and says, hey, I want you to come over to USC Suckerhatchee, man, and come try it. I said, well, when is the trial? He said, Saturday morning. So Coach Martin said, listen, I'm going to be to your house by 7:30. As a coach, I ain't going. Oh. I'm not. So goes on and on and on. So Coach Martin calls me in the summer. Perry, what are you doing? Nothing. You're not going to go to college in it? Nope. He said, I'm going to take you to Jacksonville to a tryout. Yeah. Went down into a tryout. Went there, got in the, they give you certain areas they want you to go at. So I went into the bullpen and started throwing. Yeah. I threw about 5 pitches. The guy come out and say, Coach, come here. This boy throwing this ball pretty hard. Yeah. And now I'm from a little country town in Whitehall. Yeah. Ain't never been out of we go to Charleston to play ball. Yeah. Ain't never been to Jacksonville back then, Yeah. So the man said, well, what we can do is, we let him stay up here. I said, oh no, I go home. I go home, Right. But I had my chance. Coach Martin took me different places, You just didn't want to do it. When I got to a certain point in my life where I got burnt out. Oh. And I tell people, and Lonnie, this goes on for sports that people just do not know. Wow. When you play so much sports when you're little, so much sports. Wow. I play country league ball Saturday, Sunday. I play high school ball 4 days a week. So you look at that from 11 years old till I got to the age of 20. I played so much ball until I was tired. I was done. What? I was done. I couldn't do it anymore. My arm was hurting. Every time I would pick up a ball, it was hurting. But then I found a way that, now I started playing country league ball with Ritter and Catholic Hill. Right. And it just, that's what I wanted to do. That's what you wanted to do. And I said, one of these days, I said, I want to be the head coach of one of these schools. And Ruffin store was open. And they gave me a chance to be the middle school coach. And I thought, and they said they were going to pay me $500 to be the coach. I thought I was a richer nigga. $500? Back then, London, that was a lot of money. Now it's not. All that stuff y'all got to go through. Yeah. So $500. Me and Reverend Lamont Hodges was my assistant coach, and I always wanted to dress up in a suit. And I said, "Well, I'm dressed up in a suit at a middle school game. I'm done take the jacket off, the tie off, done throw it." But that's where I got my experience from in 1993. I got my experience as a middle school coach. And how old were you in then? Oh man, I was 23, 24. So couldn't tell you nothing. No, I thought I was the baddest nigga around. I did. And didn't realize what I was getting myself into. Yeah. And then those kids that was playing ball for me, man, they were believing everything. I said, go jump in the goal with your head down there. I got you, coach. They would do exactly what you tell them. Wow. And I did middle school basketball. And matter of fact, London, I had to do the girls and the boys because the girls' coach got fired the first day before the first game, and Coach Raleigh came to me and tell me, "Hey, I need you to be the girls and the boys' coach." He said, "I'll give you another $100." I'm thinking $600. Great God, I'm rich. And didn't know by the time you get the taxes and everything taken out, ain't nothing to that. You know, a little bit of money. Ain't nothing to that. It wasn't nothing. Wow. But I wanted to do that. But you won your passion. Yeah. And that's what I wanted to do. That. Yeah. Wow. So middle school, you were a good kid. Yeah. No, I was good. Where? What are you talking about? Good. Me good? It didn't kick in then yet? No, I was so bad, man. In middle school, when I was in middle school. Yeah. I was bad. When you got to the high school, I was all right. I got better. You got better. Because I knew that it was coming to an end.
Wow.
It was coming to an end, so I had to
Right.
tighten up.
Tighten up.
You know, I'm you know, and I'm not ashamed to tell people this.
Come
here.
on now.
When you're a good athlete,
Yeah.
what people look out for you.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm dead serious about that. Teachers look out for you.
Yeah.
Little girls look out for you. Oh,
Wow.
He's a star baseball player.
So even in baseball, you usually know football, but in baseball too.
London, we were so good in baseball at Walterboro in those years I was playing. We were real good.
Yeah.
We were real good. And I can tell you, man, the girls would say, "Oh, I got you, prayer. I do your homework for you." Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I had it going on. And then when it's time for the test, what? Oh, 1 + 1. 1 + 1. Oh, I got it. Okay. Oh, yeah, 1. Man, I don't know how to do that thing now.
Wow.
Because they did it all for me.
Right.
You know, and then I knew I didn't pass some of them tests, but the teachers knew I was so bad and just get on their nerve. We're going to pass him, get him out of here.
Wow.
Yeah. But I tell people all the time, that hurted me.
That hurt.
It hurted me, yeah.
Right.
Because I wanted to get those big time jobs like all my friends were getting.
Right.
I couldn't get them because my GPA back then wasn't
Right.
high.
Right.
They was like, hey, let's do this and let's put this together. Can you do it? Like, I don't know how to do that then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to tell.
And so now
kids,
that's why your passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's telling kids, listen, you better get it while you're there.
Mm-hmm.
And I use this motto every time. You want to be over there or you want to be over here?
Wow.
You know, you can be working inside.
You can be
working outside. Now, ain't nothing wrong with working outside.
It's hot today. I thought that monkey was gonna get my. I thought that monkey was in my back today, y'all. I was like, my husband said, "Long as you wrap your neck."
And like you said, we had a few today, man. My shirt was so wet. It was hot. Yeah.
Oh my God, it was hot. And I was like, I felt that monkey. Yes, that's a country saying. I felt that monkey was in my. Curry said, "Well, as long as he can wrap your neck."
Tell you, man.
As long as he wrap your neck, you good to go. Y'all listen, you're tuned in with Tea Talk with Prophetess Y. I know we're getting it in with Coach P. We ain't poured the tea yet, y'all. But listen, y'all, we're going to take a quick break, y'all. And we're going to pour this tea. We're going to come back and we're going to get to the tea and find out how did Coach P do when he had to leave Colleton. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Amen. Glory. Go ahead now. You said.
No, it was off air talking about your dad coaching, but I said my when I was a little boy, my dad used to always take us when they had a game. He had a team called the Traveling All Stars.
Traveling All Stars
was a team where him and my dad then will go around like roadside Neils and find the best ball players and put them on one team.
What?
And they'll beat everybody.
Yeah.
They'll beat everybody, called the Traveling All Stars.
Wow.
And your uncle Fireball, Randy.
Right.
I used to be in the yard. He said, Fireball, act like I used to act just like I used to try to do just everything. If Randy would run to the wall, I'll try it. Because that was our idol coming up. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Yeah.
We had no TVs and cables and all this stuff to watch Major League Baseball.
Right.
Our heroes, people that played on Saturdays and Sundays, those are our heroes.
Wow.
So that's why I always say, that's why I tell people all the time, man. It's like, man, how you learn how to pitch like the way you did in high school, man? You wouldn't understand it. You wouldn't understand it. So I always leave it right.
Because I was saying, we were saying offset. I said, my daddy didn't say that slow. He talked real fast. Yeah. I talk fast.
We used to call people at the Geechee, and your daddy would say, well, hit that ball, you're going to hit that ball now. Like, what is this? But you got to catch the key words first. Ball, hit it. That's it. Yeah, that's all.
Because I'm like, my daddy did not say that slow. He talked really fast.
Man. But I didn't want to say it because I didn't want you to say, why you calling my daddy Geechee?
Listen, Listen, imagine growing up in the house. Listen, glory to Jesus. Y'all listen. So, Colleton, we talked about your elementary, middle school, high school. Now, Colleton, how was it that day you played all these years for this school, and you've been teaching all that stuff, and you had to make a decision
To leave?
to leave?
Well, Lon, it was like this. I was there when the girls were struggling. I was a middle school coach at Ruffin,
Right.
and what happened was they had a coach there at the high school. He was being sick a lot, you know, and so they had to make a decision. Say, listen, we're gonna have to move on to try to get somebody else to be the coach.
Mhm.
So I didn't interview for the job. I didn't interview for the job. I said, well, I'll stay at Ruffin Middle School because I just wanted to build.
Right.
My thing was I wanted to build it up and then
Right.
ship them on, build them up, ship them on.
Gotcha.
So what happened was when they opened up the interview, people that applied for it.
Yeah.
And it's two cycles to this one. I'm going to tell you this. When they named the new head coach, they got a guy from Hilton Head. His name is Laugenslager, but I gave him the name Coach L because everybody said, why you call him Coach L?
Because
Boy, who the world gonna remember Laugenslager all them names? So he had like 14 letters in his name,
Yeah.
So I named him Coach
So
L.
you shorten it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how everybody
Coach
started
L.
coming and said, how you get the name Coach P? Because when I called him Coach L, he
So
called
he
me
goes-
Coach P. So that's
Also-
how I got it. That's how we got it. So
L
the
and
girls
P.
bit right into it.
Right.
So y'all, let me tell y'all something. You know the old saying is your work gonna speak for you.
Yeah.
When I got when Coach L got the job at Collin County, y'all, this man didn't know me and I didn't know him.
Right.
What he did was he said he wanted all the coaches to come to have a meeting. All his middle school coaches. Back then we had Forest Hills, Colleton Middle. We had all these middle school schools. So we all met and he said, after the meeting, he said, Coach, you've been asking a lot of interesting questions. Would you be my top assistant? And this is the first thing I said. And I knew all the girls that he had.
Right.
I knew every last one. I knew their parents. I said, Coach, I'd be glad to. I was waiting on that call to come.
Right. Right.
So him and I took over the program. Most of the time, he tell me to go down there and run guards or posts. Whatever he told me to do, I did the best I could do with it.
Right.
And people ever say, how do you become a basketball coach and you never really did play basketball? It just happened like that.
Because it's in you.
Yeah, I played basketball my senior year because I wanted to pad my resume up. Yeah, I wasn't going nowhere, but I wanted to pad it up.
You did football too, or you didn't do football?
Yeah, I did football last year.
Oh, okay.
And the thing about it, I was a trainer for the football team.
Gotcha.
And I was outside kicking the football one day at practice, and the coaches saw it. So the seniors like, Coach, look at the training. I had my back turned, didn't even pay no attention to them.
Right.
I'm kicking the ball 50 and 60 yards.
Wow.
So the coach Raleigh comes over to me. Oh, Smalls, I need you to come to my office after practice. I'm thinking, oh, he gonna fire me as a manager because I'm over there kicking the ball. I ain't supposed to be doing it.
Right.
And the first thing he said to me, listen, the seniors want you to be on the football team. This is the first thing I said. Who? Not me. I said, Coach, I mean, they hit me. That wasn't my sport.
Right, because you did baseball.
Yeah, baseball is my sport. I'm just out there because it was nothing to do home in Whitehall. So my mom and dad said, hey, you can be the manager of the football team. Do something.
Right.
And my first game, they dressed me out. I was playing Beaufort. Y'all.
Yeah.
You should have seen me in that uniform. Looked like I had my baseball uniform on. I kicked that ball off. And Jay Davis or anybody can tell you this story. I kicked the ball off. And what did I do?
What?
Run straight to the sideline. Coach said, you got to stay on the field. I said, who? Nobody can hit me. But, y'all, from that game, and they can tell you this. Nobody can tell you nothing wrong. From that second game on to that last game we played in high school, there was no returns because I always kicked them in the end zone. So I never had to tackle nobody because my foot was so strong because, I guess they said baseball because
baseball.
I just did it.
Right.
They said, no, you were scared. I said, and second of all, I was scared to tackle somebody. So just kicking the end zone, you got to return. Yeah, you got to play the game smart. Yeah. But getting back to where
you had to make sure you get in the end zone because nobody gonna tackle me.
No, I'm not tackling nobody, man.
So you did. So you was a kicker. Wow.
Yeah. And then guess what?
What?
I made all region.
Wow.
And I made second team also as a kicker 1 year.
1 year.
1 year.
So you did baseball. You was a kicker, and you did basketball.
I did basketball. And every time the coach would tell me to go in again basketball, nah, coach, I'm good. I'm all right. I just want to dress out with my friends. I wanted to be with my friends.
So who was your friends back then? A few.
Jay Davis, Gianni, Norman, James Walker. All of us used to hang
So
together.
y'all was there when the team was a team.
Yeah.
Wow.
We were there. The old country boys.
The country
We
boys.
ain't no boys from the city, man. All of us lived in the country. James Walker from Cottageville. I think Jay lived there in the city of Walkersburg.
Yeah, Jay. Yeah.
And I always tell people all the time. Everybody always say, man, we had some of the best. Norman Hand and I ain't afraid to tell you, Jay Davis was the baddest.
For real?
And I say this word right here, and I don't mean he was the best Negro who played football in Collin County.
For real?
Young man can play.
Wow.
Jay Davis set the tone for Walterboro High School football when we were playing.
So why you think he didn't get much like attention?
London, I'm gonna need this show, the other 18 shows you done did, and 18 more to tell you the whole story why they didn't do him right.
Wow.
See, back then, I ain't.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Jay Davis was a bad boy.
Wow.
Now we had some good football players. Marcus King. Oh, we had some good ones. We had some good ones.
It helps you though to understand the passion. Yeah. Because if you look at Jay Davis, you look at you, just the passion with the children.
Because we know where we came from.
That's it.
We could have. I'm gonna make a choice. You can be over there.
Oh, you be over there.
You can be over there. You got to make a choice.
Got to make a choice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So when I got the job as the girls' assistant head basketball coach, Coach L said, "Can you do the JV and come and still be the assistant?" I got it, Coach, because we all wanted to learn the same thing.
Same thing.
And let me tell you something. All them years I coached middle school basketball, I didn't know nothing what I was doing.
What?
But the girls, the boys and the girls believed in what I was doing.
Right.
Because I was getting notes and tips from other coaches.
Right.
I would go to other games, and this is what I'd be doing, looking. Okay, that's what they do. I write it down.
Right.
And I bring it back to my middle school. But when I got to Coach L, and everybody kept saying, how do you get all your plays, this and that? Coach L.
Wow.
I'll never be ashamed to tell you.
Come on.
That young man showed me some things that I never knew about basketball.
Wow.
And he told me one day, he said, you're going to be one hell of a head coach when you get your opportunity.
Right.
I said, Coach, I'm good. I ain't want to be no head coach. I want to stay right here.
Why you want to be a head coach? And we talked a little bit.
At the time, I didn't want to be a head coach because I was enjoying what I was doing. Because I tell people all the time, when you become a head coach,
responsibility.
You're responsible for your team, middle school team. You're responsible for all these girls.
Oh, wow.
That's your job.
Right.
To be responsible for all these girls.
Right.
So when he told me he wanted to be the JV and the varsity assistant coach, and I did it for I think we've been together 5 years. We won 3 region titles. Lost in the lower state championship to Lower Richland. We had our chance. So after those years were over with, Branchia Brown that went to we got Branchia. Well, Branchia Brown went to Kansas State. So we had good basketball. Chalet Ellis, we had some great basketball players can play the game. So when Coach L got released of his duties for some stuff that went on that don't want to discuss that went on, everybody knew that I was going to be the next coach.
Right.
All summer long, I was practicing the girls. I was doing everything I was supposed to do. I was told by the AD and the principal, and I'm not ashamed to say it.
Right.
I was told by the AD and the principal,
right,
you don't have to do your interview. You good. You got
good.
the job.
Right.
So what you think as a black man? I'm good.
You good.
I ain't worried about no interview. I ain't did no interview. Never did no interview for no basketball
job. Right. All these years.
Job.
You put too many years in.
Yeah. So when the time went on, it's probably a couple of weeks before school started. They called me in the office and said, "Hey, we got to open the job up." Open the job? What you talking about? I mean, I've been on summer with these girls.
Right.
What you mean? These girls are used to me.
Right.
I had them JV down the varsity. We good.
Right. We good. Right.
So steady, they just come out and tell me that they already had somebody hired for the job, and not making me look like a fool and said all summer long that that we weren't gonna give you this job.
Wow.
So when it came down to them to say we're gonna name a head coach, and they gave it to another coach. Y'all, I have never seen the disappointment on our girls.
Wow.
I had girls, Ilana, come to me and say, I'm not playing. And God is my witness. I told them, no.
That's it. That's a good coach.
Go play.
Right.
I'm good. You go play.
Right.
Coach P gonna be good. Y'all go play. And the coach that got the job, and I'm gonna be honest, I was mad as you know what.
Right.
I was mad.
I mean, because you out there all summer, y'all practicing, and he wasn't out there. You didn't see nobody else. Wow.
And they gave the job to her, and what happened was something happened down to Allendale, and the guy that was the head coach there couldn't coach the girls basketball team the following year.
Right.
This year coming up.
Right.
And that's the year that they took the job from me. So, y'all, they was 3 days before the first game. 3 days before
Right.
the first game.
Right.
I got a call from one of my friends that worked at that school. Hey,
Mhm.
man, we heard what happened to you, man. We got a job for you down here.
Wow.
This is what I said. Me? Y'all want me as a head coach? For real? So, yeah. We see what you done.
Wow.
When you put these Christmas tournaments on, you get sponsors because I know people in Walterboro.
Right.
Everybody in Walterboro.
Right. Right.
You know, and they told me, said, yeah, we want you to be the head coach.
Wow.
And I walked in it. I said, okay. So I took a day off from school. I went down to Allendale.
Yeah.
Looked around, thinking, I don't know if I want to do this.
Mm.
So started talking to a couple of people, and it's like, man, they got good basketball. And I saw them play last year. I knew they were pretty
Right.
good.
Right.
And got the job. They gave me the job. And it was fun the first year. It was really fun.
Yeah.
But my heart still was over here.
Psychology.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the next year I coached them. The next year I was the head coach next year. And then when that coach that took the job for me, she left and they gave the job to somebody else.
Oh, wow.
He had the program all
messed up. Yeah.
I was in the office, Lon. I was in the office.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to one of my friend coaches up in Greenville.
Yeah.
I said, man, I think I'm gonna move up there, man. I'm gonna just start my career all over. He said, Perry, hang in there. He said, your opportunity gonna come. Just don't jump from school to school. Just stay right there.
Right, right.
So I'm thinking in my mind, this is the first time I'm thinking. See, you can say that because you got your job. Right. This ain't what I want to be at. I want to be somewhere in the city.
Yeah.
And that.
Right.
I got a call. I saw the number. It says Collin County High School.
Mm.
So calling me from there. So here you go, me. Yeah. What you need?
Like that?
Yeah. Because I was mad.
You still was mad?
I'm serious. I was mad for 3 or 4 years.
I'm about to say that's about a couple of years now.
So when they called me and said, hey, coach, we want to talk to you.
Mm-mm.
I said, about what? Can you come to the school tomorrow? We set an appointment. We want to talk to you. So I took off a day from Allendale, went to go talk to them, and they told me, said, we want you to come back. He said, this program is kind of rough right now.
Right.
And nobody in this district
wants it.
No, nobody in this district. No, everybody in this district wants Coach P to come back.
What? Yeah.
So I talked to a couple of people, and they was like, man, they did me wrong. I wouldn't go back.
Right.
But my heart.
Your heart was still there.
Still over there.
Mm-hmm.
So I prayed on it. I did. I prayed on it.
Now you talking about something. You talking about something. I'm no call you back. No, you prayed on it.
Yeah.
Why you playing like you don't be like?
Because
why,
you got to see.
I want to know. Like you raised all around in the church. Yeah. I know you've been in Zion. Was it Zion?
I started off at Zion. Well, actually, to get off that subject for a long time.
Yeah, but
I started going to church at Zion.
Yeah.
Because when you're little, mama say
right.
church over here, so you went there.
Right.
So when I got a little grown, I started going to
Mount Nebo?
No. I started going to Holiness Church right there in Hendersonville.
Holiness Church?
Yeah. Because Chris Walters and all those guys, God bless them,
yeah.
they're all my best friends.
So that's the Holiness Church?
Yeah, right next to Faye Walters' house right there.
Yeah.
So I started going there, and that's how I started beating the drums and playing the guitar. Because,
and the Holiness Church?
Yeah. We used to have one drum, and we used to take that one drum up. And when I got grown, I said I wanted to go to church with my grandmama, Lochi in Jonesville.
Right.
And that's how I started going to Mount Nebo.
Nebo. Gotcha.
But I didn't join Mount Nebo then. I was just going.
Gotcha.
Because Reverend Manasseh Chisholm was the pastor.
Right, Chisholm. That's who baptized me.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then when Reverend Williams took over the church, my granddaddy used to go to church out of Mount Sinai where he was a pastor. So I already knew Reverend Williams.
Right.
And like I said, never did join the church. Just
all them years you just was that you never joined.
Just going.
So with the Holiness Church, let's go back for a second. We go back to the coaching part.
Right.
So with the Holiness Church, you saw the speaking in tongues, the laying hands, all that stuff.
I wasn't doing that. I was just doing like this. Yeah. What have you been doing? Then we sit there laughing. Like, oh, look at that lady talking to herself. We didn't know because we didn't know.
Right.
We didn't know. And that's how, like I said, that's how I started playing drums. And that's how I started playing the guitar. Because my brother, he was a talented person, but he never did want to teach me. So I was like, I'm gonna learn this thing some type of.
You see,
my oldest brother.
I don't. He's older.
Yeah, Bernard. He was the oldest.
And he Bernard was. He was beat. Oh yeah, I do know Bernard.
Yeah,
he played baseball too.
Yeah. All of us played together. Yeah.
Oh wow! So he was beating the drums as well.
My brother was he used to play trumpet in the band of Blue. Him and my sister was in the band of Blue.
So him and Bernice.
Yes.
So okay, so was Bernice like I looked with my late Michelle,
Mhm.
late sister-in-law. Michelle was bossy. So was Bernice bossy with you as well?
Bernice wasn't bossy with me. Bernice was just Bernice was an athlete. Bernice played softball.
Cause
Bernice
she didn't play.
My sister, that was my idol.
Got you.
I used to get mad when Bernice used to go to a tournament and win a trophy big. I used to cry. My mom, we crying about you, man. My sister win a big old trophy and I ain't getting none. My mom used to say, because you got to get out there and practice. You got to get. Yeah, my sister. I'm telling you, man. My sister played baseball in Hendersonville. The girls didn't want to play, but Bernice played with the guys and hit just like them. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, because we got pictures of you and Bernice as well. So you had one sister.
One sister, one biological sister, but I
one
got
biological sister, right?
252 other sisters.
Right,
Yeah.
but one biological sister.
one
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, because Bernice like she even back then.
Yeah.
She didn't play. That's why I said, was she bossy?
No, she was just
my
sister
straightforward.
Was tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my sister used to take me on the yard, and I used to go. Like I said, I used to want to be like Fireball. So we had a board. We had a board out there. Besides that window, we used to throw it. We have a circle around it, and the strike was you got to hit those circles. And my sister used to go with me. You got to throw it over here. I'm like, man, shut up. Well, you ain't gonna be there. And she used to just yell at me, and I'd get frustrated. But she stayed on me every day.
Stayed on you
every day. Every day. Yeah.
So you used to cry to your mom and say, Bernice trophy.
Yeah. I used to be mad. Yeah, Bernice used to win a big old trophy. Here go my little trophy that big right there. Yeah. But that girl, I'm telling you,
so girl, she plays. She still played now to this day.
No, she don't play no more. She done got rusty and old now. All canned and run out.
Bernice, have you listened to this?
Nah, she don't play no more.
Bernice, have you listened to this?
Yeah, she
did my tumblers. Actually, she did our tumblers and the mugs for the podcast. Kingdom Men.
She is so talented in that stuff.
Yeah,
man. She when I say God made hands for that, she's good
she is.
Between her and my daughter, man, I don't know who got the best hands on them stuff, but they are real
talented.
Good at it. Yeah, she is. And she always, if somebody else doing nothing, she's always promoting their business just as well as her business.
Right. She's always right. Yeah. So I saw your son. I know you're proud of both of them. Yeah. I saw one of your oldest sons just had a birthday.
Yeah. And you know, the thing about it, I have 3 boys.
3 boys. Yeah. Because I didn't see the picture of the girls. The girl. I didn't see the pictures of all the grandbaby. Yeah. But I was able to grab a few of the oldest son and then little Perry.
Yeah. PJ is my youngest. AJ is my middle school. Middle son. He's in Charleston. Mm-hmm. And BJ. Yeah. And they all are doing real good for themselves.
Right.
They got good jobs. Matter of fact, AJ, my middle son, works with me out to the distribution center.
Awesome.
But he's actually works with Sam's in Mount Pleasant.
Got you.
So, but he comes to sometime to work.
Right.
And BJ is driving trucks for Nice Trucking. He's doing real good.
Right.
And PJ is the master on the grill.
I see it. Listen, he's doing this. At first now, PJ, when you first start now, I'm like, but I look now like, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. He's doing it.
Every weekend.
If I only ate meat, if you can do that rice without that meat in it, and let me buy it on the side, that's something different. But he's really
real good.
He's really doing.
But you know what? I say it and I say it all day long. I told him, you got a choice, son. You can be great, or you can be not that good. Now,
right.
Everybody always be saying that. Oh, you taught PJ how to cook? No, I didn't.
His mama.
No.
Not his mama. No. Because his mama can throw down too now.
I'm not saying that she probably didn't teach him some things. My uncle Calvin had a catering.
Well, yeah, he sure did. Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people didn't know this. PJ used to always be around Uncle Calvin.
Right.
And PJ looking.
Yeah. Right.
He told me PJ graduated. He's Dad, I want to open my catering business.
What?
This is what I'm thinking. Boy, go find a job.
Right.
But what he did was he proved to me that he could do it.
Yeah.
And PJ called me one day. He called me one day where he said, Daddy, I found a grill at the junkyard for $200.
Wow.
No, for $300.
Wow.
I said, PJ, where you find that grill for $300? He went and took a picture of it. Yo, he was so excited about that because that's where he got to start from. A lot of people said,
that's it.
He got this big time grill. This is what he wanted to do.
He started,
with that little grill.
Wow.
And he started just doing his thing.
Wow.
Doing his thing. And I always tell him.
He's crafting it now. I'm not going to lie.
He loves what he's doing and he puts his heart into it.
You can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell. You can tell from when he first started and now. And like I said, I'm not even a presentation is big on me, but you can look at the food and you can tell. This kid got, and I said kid because this
Right.
boy, he's got this
Yeah.
food seasoned.
And the thing about it, Londa, a lot of people don't know, he does a lot of catering for parties that people don't even know.
Wow.
Yeah. He did a big one the other day for Kieran Murray, had a big
Yeah.
party down there. And sometimes when you're around people, you just be quiet and listen.
Just listen.
And we was at the game the other day, and the lady was talking. She said, "Man, Kieran had a party the other day. That party was so good, but man, that food was good." And that's what I'm saying. Lord, thank you, because
Right.
they could have said, "Man, that thing was nasty, this and that," but no.
Right.
And I went to the lady. I said, "Man, the food was good." She said, "Yeah." I ain't never tell the lady that
Who you
my son.
was.
Never
Right.
did. I always tell people all the time. I always tell my players, don't
That's
don't
it.
try to make yourself boost all the time.
Come
Just
on.
chill out.
Just chill out. That's
Chill.
it.
People if you're doing the right thing, people gonna see it.
Right.
They gonna see it.
Right.
They gonna see it.
Right. So your daughter.
Deara
Yeah.
is Deara
I know.
does insurance, and Deara does make T-shirts, but she does
Right.
is a different way that she does it. That girl is so talented.
Right.
I didn't know she does that kind of work
Right.
until I had to see it. I'm like, wow. Yeah.
Right.
But she's good. She
Right.
got a little grandbaby.
Yeah.
I call her Nook. I call her Boo Boo. But when she see Pop Up,
Yeah.
oh man, it's on.
That's a
matter
blessing.
of fact, I got a dinner date with her tomorrow at McDonald's. We got to go next time. Yeah.
Where'd y'all get that McDonald's?
She want
She like
chicken. Like he said, she want chicken. And I said, "Well, you want 1 or 2? 6." She knows she wants.
How she know? How old is she?
3 going on 21.
No, she didn't know
Yeah.
3. She
Yeah,
know.
she-
She already knows she wants 6.
She wants 6.
She ain't want 2. She ain't want 3. She wants 6.
Because I was gonna try one day. I was I'm gonna take her to Wendy's and see what she said. But I ain't did that.
You did it.
I'm
I promise you, she had no difference between the
Yeah.
nuggets.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about your wife.
Man, listen.
Listen. I saw the picture with the family. What time is? What time? What time? I say? No, right here. What I say right there? Y'all, listen. Do zoom in. I'm asking what time it. What time it is? What? It's Cowboys time.
I left my jersey in the car. I meant to put it on, but I left the jersey.
And you know what's funny, because I was gonna message you and say, let's wear our jersey.
Yeah.
I started to, I was like, no, I won't, because I can be extra.
Because we went out of town this weekend.
I saw your wife.
We had a jersey.
Your wife is very intelligent.
Oh, man.
She's very intelligent. Very intelligent.
Oh man, I got the best thing in the world.
She
is. But
is.
let me tell you this here. Yeah, it might get a little emotional. You know, as a man, you got to admit it. You're going down this road.
Yeah.
And the road get a little rough, up, down.
Right.
And sometimes it makes a left.
Right.
But you're not going the right way. You're going left.
Right.
Going. That means in the old days, you mean you're effing up.
Yeah.
I hate to use the. I ain't using the word.
Well, you're
good. Effing up. You're going the wrong way.
Listen, I know I got on this podcast.
You're going
the wrong way. But I love
it.
I love you. Yeah. You real. That's being real.
And I met her, and I was trying to get a date with her, and boy, she wouldn't date me for nothing. I said, you know what? I ain't gonna give up.
So how did you go to her for the date?
Man, I don't want to say it on the broadcast, but
it was too graphic. Don't say it.
Yeah. But no, it wasn't. It's not graphic.
Okay, well, good.
It was that
What line you ran?
I didn't run a line.
You didn't run a line?
I called her and said, "Hey, I want to go out with you." Just we talked on Facebook and everything. She said, "Okay, we'll go out." So I went down in those super bad and got me a little brown little suit, new shoes. I was ready.
Oh, you're ready.
Man,
suited up.
The girl called me. I said, "Oh, heck go, baby, yeah." I can't go out again now. Boy, everything in my body went out of me. I said,
she didn't know you got the suit from Superbad, all that stuff.
So we stopped talking for a while, and then we got back up, and then I invited to a baseball game. I was umpiring a baseball game in the country league. She come there.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, okay. I think I'm back in. I just moved to Somerville. That's okay. I'm back in the game.
And
it started from there. We just went on.
Right.
And I didn't know all the stuff that she was doing in her life, and she started telling me, and I was like, wow. So when we got married, we didn't plan for no big wedding. We just wanted to do something.
We were shocked. Everybody was shocked. Like, you like, so how you know she was the one?
Because she asked me a question.
Do
you want to be married? And I want to get married, but I want to know how you feel. So we had this talk.
That's it.
And then we called her parents, and we told them.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, only thing I do not want is a wedding now, but I don't want to take that from her.
From her, right?
And she was like, no, let's just go to church on a Friday night, like just immediately family, and that immediately family turned into 30 to
That's
probably
how-
175.
That's how it
people.
happens.
We had a bunch of people because
Yeah.
he knew a bunch of people, and she always say, "I know everybody in the world."
You
which I
do.
because
Listen,
we went to Georgia this weekend, and
I
I'm walking
believe
in the
it.
outlet, and they go
I
4
believe
people.
it.
I just know. Yeah,
I believe it. It's Curtis the same way. I'm like,
Yeah.
we were in Vegas. Curtis knew somebody in Vegas. I'm like, no, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
But you
Come on,
say
man.
that,
Come on, man.
We went to
Cruise?
we went on a cruise to the Bahamas, right?
Right.
So my wife said, I bet you won't know nobody in here. So there was a group of people, y'all. This is my wife can tell you. There was a group of people. I saw this young lady with a hat on, a Clemson hat on. I was like,
tell me you didn't know her.
I looked at my wife, who did? I said, I know that young lady over there. I called her name, and then she said, "Oh, hey, Coach P." She never played for me, but I played against her.
I tell you.
And this is what a lot of people don't know. When I be coaching, I still be meeting a lot of people. I try to talk to the young ladies, back then, but now these girls are different now. They're different now.
Coach P, they're different.
Yeah.
Different.
But that's how we met, man. And I'm telling you, man, she's been a blessing to me and my kids. And when my mom was sick, she was there.
Right.
So it was, she cared just like it was her mom.
Right.
So it was a big help. It was a big help because when my mom came and stayed with us when I had to go to work, she stayed right there.
Right.
She stayed right there, took care of just like, anything else.
Right.
And she has a daughter, Michaela, and and I don't like to say step kids.
Right.
They're all my kids.
Right.
And Michaela is a hairstylist. She is installed wigs and very sweet girl.
Mm-hmm.
She has her mood sometimes, but that's just typical kids. That's just kids, man. But she's a real nice young lady. And and she got a very bright future on her, and I, her mom and dad. I'm telling you, you would never want to meet a better couple. Her mom is the pastor of Church of God, House of God in Holly Hill, where I go to church at.
Right.
And my father-in-law owns a business, and he's the head deacon in that church. So
that's good.
They are big on family.
Right.
They are very big on family because, like I said, we all went down to the family union this weekend, and her dad, we call him, they call him Junebug, but I call him Pops,
right?
Because he, if something going on and you need help, Pop there,
he right there.
He ain't gonna never let you go without. If something need to be worked on or something need to be fixed, you right there. He'll tell you some advice. So when I left the school system in 2020 during COVID, I went to go work with him,
right?
And and like I said, he treated me just like the other employees. It wasn't nothing different.
Right.
And he taught me things that I would never thought nobody would teach me.
Wow.
I never knew how to ride a tractor, a big tractor. He told me just the funny thing was we were loading up some rocks in the truck. And I always keep looking at I want to go on that tractor so bad. So he said, "Hey, go load that truck up with rocks." Yo, it took me an hour just to pick the rocks up with the track because I ain't know how to put the blade down.
Right. So you didn't tell him.
But the whole time he's sitting around the corner, I think laughing at me now. But the biggest thing about it, he gave me a chance to show me, this is how you do it.
Right.
He ain't gonna be there to hold your hand and say this.
Right.
No. That's one thing about him. He ain't gonna hold your hand. He gonna tell you, go do it. Then if you're messing up, then he say, okay, this is how you do it.
This is how you do it.
And after about an hour trying to load that truck up, he finally come in and he say, "Boy, get off the tractor. This is what you do. Now get back on it." I'm thinking all the time, you ain't show me nothing. You ain't even listening when I tell you. Go back on your hard head. You ain't even listen. And that's it. That's the way he goes.
Right.
The man is all about business and work.
Right.
He's always going. He's always going. He can be sick, but he's always going.
Always going.
Yeah. And my mother-in-law, man, that lady can cook. Oh, she can throw it down. She can throw it down.
I know it's many dishes, but what's one dish that's your favorite that she
cooks? Chicken. I eat it every day. Matter of fact, my wife just sent me a text when I was at the funeral home.
Yeah.
Guess what my mother-in-law cooked? Stewed chicken. And see, I stopped eating rice.
Right.
Mashed potato. I stopped.
Right.
I haven't eaten, rice, probably in about 2 months.
Right.
And I told my wife, "Why you stop eating rice?" Because rice just seems like it makes me full.
Right.
When I eat just the meat and the vegetable, I'm good. Because I go to work at midnight and I don't want to have all that sitting on my chest. Yeah. I try to, my wife tried to have, if I get off at 12, 1 o'clock, she tried to have dinner ready about 3:30, 4 o'clock. I'm eating, sit down, watch Sports Center, whatever I got to do.
Right.
And then ready to go back.
Yeah, I saw the picture and you had your Eagles. I don't know what was going on there.
Did you see the Super Bowl champion?
No, anyways. So then the only Eagles that I is CJ. You know, their team is Eagles, right?
Right. They ain't the real Eagles. We the real Eagles. Nah, just
You're true. And I saw your wife had Dallas Cowboys.
yeah. Matter of fact, the whole family, besides my sister-in-law, they all are Dallas fans. My sister-in-law is a Pittsburgh fan, and y'all, it's all fun and love when we get.
Yeah.
Because every Sunday, mostly every Sunday we go to my mother-in-law house after church.
Oh,
And,
family dinner.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
And she don't know how to make a little bit of nothing. Oh, she makes big because
right.
she wants to feed. She'll feed the whole community if she has
Right.
to.
Wow.
People come over from after church. Come
Right.
on, come on,
Right.
get some meat. Come on, get some. That's how
Right.
she is.
So when you're going through, you know, when your mom and our condolences again, that they were your and your
Oh,
of course your
man.
siblings and them was your support
They
system.
were there from day one because my
Right.
mom just been to church with us probably a couple weeks Mother's Day weekend,
Right.
and they were loving on her. And like I said, they knew she was sick, so
Right.
it was, you know, it was a touch and go, but
Right.
you know, they were there. The church was
Right.
there. You know, they prayed for us. They, you know, they made sure that we had something to eat every night,
Right.
and you know, it was all good. It
Right.
was all good. It was
So
all good.
how does it feel now not beating the drums? So
Well, I stopped actually playing drums, Londa, probably 2017, 2018,
oh wow,
when the music got more updated and fancy and stuff.
got you.
I wasn't into that.
Right.
And then I was back to coaching full time.
Right.
So I was like, you know, I couldn't make it to practice and
Right.
rehearsal. And then I picked the bass up for a while, and then all of a sudden I couldn't play it like that because, like I said, the new style stuff coming out. I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna give all this stuff up.
So when did Carlton Spiritual came along?
Woo! Way back in 96, 97, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong. It might have been.
I know it was, yeah.
But I've been with them for 20-something years.
Mm.
College, I used to sing with, I don't know if you remember, God bless you, James Williams from down there, First Freedom.
Right.
But I started with R.J. Williams, where I started Quartet from.
Oh, wow.
I was a little boy. Well, I was a young boy, and R.J. and I forgot the name of the group. They used to always come to my mom's church and put on a singer.
Right.
And I used to always sit on the front row because I'd be right here because I'm looking at the drummers and I'm looking at the guitar because I was so amazed at it.
Right.
You know, so when I got my chance, RJ, when I started going to Mount Nebo, RJ asked me, he said, you want to come sing with us? Yes, sir. I was so excited. I was so excited because he gave me a chance to come to sing on the group.
Right.
And God bless the day, Timmy played the drums. And Timmy asked me, he said, I asked Timmy, I said, man, can I beat the drums one time? He said, yeah, get on the drums.
Mm-hmm.
See, because Mount Nebo never had drums in their church.
For real?
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that. No. I was the first drummer.
For real?
For Mount Nebo because,
wow.
Miss Betty Ann was a choir director.
She was. Oh, the piano. She did the organ.
No, Miss Young did the organ. She was a choir director.
Yeah, it was no drums. It was the organ.
Yeah, it was just that.
Right,
so Miss Betty Ann talked to Rev and said, hey, Perry can beat the drums.
Right.
Let him beat it in church. And then all of a sudden, I started beating drums. the drums.
So you were Mount Nebo first drummer?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you taught everybody else that came along?
Those young boys that came behind me just started playing.
They're playing.
So when I left, and I said left Mount Nebo.
Right.
When I started going to church with my wife at, my drums were in that church. So I just left it in there. So now my youngest son, PJ, goes to church down there. So he
in Mount Nebo?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He beating the drum?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Because I was living in Somerville and I was coaching back over at Charleston when I left Colleton, and that's another story we get to where when I left Colleton, I was coaching over in Charleston County, so that's where I was like, I couldn't get back and forth home, so I was like, hey PJ, I told Rev, listen, you might want to get somebody else to start playing. So his nephew started playing, and then when he got out of high school, college, I think he went off somewhere. And then I don't know who else started playing. Then it was just
I thought Justin was playing, his grandson.
He was playing some, but Justin's playing the keyboard now.
Keyboard. Yeah. And matter of fact, he got a birthday. I think today. Yeah. Shout out Justin if you're watching. Happy birthday.
Justin, I got a good joke coming for you.
Listen, you put a joke up there. Y'all, listen, I popped my nail earlier. You put a joke up there. I'm like, you and Miguel, all y'all, you're like, this lady was beating the drum, and y'all like Reverend Young. Yeah. But listen, come back in. Listen, I remember growing up because I actually, I didn't like the big church. I didn't like at the fact Mount Nebo. I liked the small church was Mount Olive.
Right.
I don't know why it was back, but I was going to Mount Nebo as well. But I remember Reverend Young And this lady was always stylish.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
always had the hat. She always dressed. And me and my cousin Latoya, we always admired. Miss Reverend Young always dressed.
Yeah, she did. I call her boss lady.
Yes.
When she asked me to come work for her when I was going to Mount Nebo, I thought I said, I can't believe this lady asked me to come work at the funeral home.
Yeah.
And I took the opportunity until she sent me on my first call. And me and Herbert Ford went to Charleston and
I remember him.
Man, and Herbert said, "All right, get out the van. We gotta go inside and get this body." That's what I said. Ooh, not me. So I stayed in the car. Herbert said, "No, sir, you got to come on with me." So I eased the door over in the mall, and man, when that door shut, y'all, I almost jumped on top of that cot. But
you didn't know.
I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
You did. How old were you then?
I think I was like 20, 21 years old.
Oh, you were just
I
fresh.
didn't know. And then
but you said it's a funeral home.
Yeah, and then Potter and all we had a guy that passed away. Matter of fact, all the original Miss Young staff, and we were saying this other day when Sabi died. I'm the only one left.
Right.
Because
long life in Jesus' name.
Yeah,
you can have long life in Jesus' name.
Yeah,
right.
Man, it was so fun working with them guys, man. They would show me some things, and they were, Potter was, probably 4'5", little short guy.
Yeah.
But he was strong with his words.
Right.
And he showed me a lot of things.
Right.
And Herbert would just whistle around the funeral home, and he just quiet.
Right.
And when John Henry was there, John Henry was a driver like I was, and me and Sabi used to go at nighttime to go pick up the bodies. And
so you finally got used to it.
Yeah, because it was, they gave me a chance. Miss Young them gave me a chance.
Right.
And when I first went to the work, I think I was going to funeral. Herbert said, I don't know where you think you're going. You got to rake this yard. I ain't getting dressed on the rake no yard. But what Herbert taught me was, this is where he started from.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think you just going to get dressed and go on the funeral. Yeah. And I said, man, I quit. I ain't coming back here. And and then Ms. Young tell me, he ain't lying to you. He's telling you the truth. This is where you got to start from.
Right.
From the bottom to the top.
The bottom to the top.
And that taught me.
Right.
That just taught me that, like I said, that all that stuff that taught me from when I was young to where I'll be coming down and later in the coaching is where when they gave me the opportunity to be the head coach, when I thought I was gonna be the head coach, and I said to myself right there, and what and a friend,
thought,
yeah.
Yo, I gotta say some tea on that one.
Yeah.
You thought, did you really thought, because they told you that.
Yeah. And a good friend of mine, Jake Smith, never forget this. It wasn't your time.
That's good.
And I kept saying, I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking. Man, please, man, how you mean my time? Wow. Then I had to think about that. I'm driving down the road down to Somerville.
Right.
And I started driving slow. Because anytime if I'm driving somewhere and I start going slow, it's I'm thinking about something. And I thought about that thing when I got across the county lines.
Jesus.
Like, he ain't lying. It ain't my time. It wasn't my time.
So when people think opportunities pass them, it's not that it passed you, it's just not
it ain't your time. It ain't your time.
And you got to be good with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's something else that God want to add on to it.
And when I like I said, when I came back when they called me to come back to coaching, and I told them, I said, I'm gonna give you all 5 years. And I promise you, I have never ever made a promise in coaching in my life. I promise you, I'm gonna turn this program back around in 5 years.
5 years.
The first year I came back and I looked in the gym, I was like, oh my God, I can't not do this with you.
How did it make you feel, like, based on when you were there and you know what God allowed you to have the program at, and now in those short time it was just tore up. Now you got to go back and rebuild.
Because I knew the talent was there,
right?
But you had to merge them.
Yeah.
So what I did was I took them away from the gym. We went somewhere.
Oh, wow.
I never tell nobody where we went.
Right.
We went somewhere.
Right.
Because first of all, we got a bond as a group.
Right.
You don't like this person. You don't like this person. This is gonna stop the day. I'm gonna put you in the same room.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you in the same room.
Right.
I told her that I want 4 single beds. She said, well, how you gonna? No, I know what I'm doing. I want them all in the same room. I guarantee they're gonna talk then. And that year we were like 10 and 16.
Right.
No. I lied. We were 7 and 17.
We
wasn't that good. But at the end of the year, I said, okay, now I see what's going on. I went down to the middle school. 1, 2, 3. I had 4 young girls on that team, on that middle school team. Y'all coming up to Boston next year.
Right.
Coach, them girls gonna be in the 8th grade. I don't care. They're in the 1st grade.
Mm.
I'm gonna build this young team.
Wow.
And from that second year, I've been back until my last year. We made the playoff, and I turned the whole program around.
Turn
Because, and it wasn't because of Coach P.
Mhm.
It's because my assistant coach,
Mhm.
Bree Chisholm, Branchia Brown, O'Neal, those guys helped me so much.
Right.
And what I did was, and this is how I did it was, I know Branchia Brown played big time college
Right.
basketball. I know Bree played college basketball.
Right.
O'Neal played basketball and was coach at Miami in Florida.
Mm.
So now I'm gonna learn from y'all. What did y'all do in college to get these girls to do what y'all want to do?
That's
And they
humility.
showed me some stuff. I was like, oh, that's how they do it.
Mm.
Okay, that's and I Branchia
Wow.
and Bree, it was like the coach I'm coaching for now I gave them a chance.
Right.
Show me what y'all gonna do.
Right.
Because you're not just here to collect a check, you here to coach.
Right. Right.
And I'm putting my trust in you.
Right.
Those girls helped me out big time.
Wow.
They bonded those girls like this right here.
But
JV and Varsity.
But the part about it is, though, Coach P, is your humility.
Yeah.
Even though all these years from being a kid,
Yeah.
you know, being in sports, and you never had. Now I understand. You never had the big head.
Yeah.
You always keep that humility.
Yeah.
I don't know everything.
Yeah. Because you know, as of now, people say, "Well, how you know this?" I don't know. I'm learning.
Wow.
I cannot run. I tell, and I always use it in football.
Right.
I cannot run a spread offense if I got 20 big boys. How can I run a spread offense?
Jesus.
You got to play the talent you got.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
I learned that now coaching at Military Magnet with Danny Taylor. Y'all, I'm telling you.
So how you shift from now you gave Carleton 5 years, rebuilt the program. So when did the transition happen? We're now Magnet.
My last year there was the year after COVID, and then at the time when I resigned, I didn't know COVID was actually there. I think
you resigned?
I resigned in the middle of the year. A lot of people didn't know that.
They didn't kick you out this time.
I resigned because I say to myself, I'm giving you 5 years. This is my 5th year.
You said that.
I said it.
You know, 5 represents grace.
Hey,
you gave
thank you, Grace.
Yeah, you gave them 5. Wow.
I told them in that meeting.
Jesus.
I guarantee you, Mr. Warren.
Wow.
Coach Riley, they can tell you. I told him 5 years.
They thought you was kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Until 5 years, then
I'm done.
And you're done.
I wasn't going back to coaching anymore because I was going to show them I can get this program turned around. And I was trying y'all. I was thinking about this. How I was thinking. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
I said I'm gonna show them what you should have given me the first chance, but it wasn't my chance. But this what you should have gave me the first chance when I was here.
Right.
But you didn't give it to me. But now I'm gonna show you what I can do. I was giving you 5 years.
Right.
Didn't have a plan what I was gonna do after 5 years.
Wow.
But what happened was when I met my wife in 2019, we got married.
So y'all met around COVID.
We met right before COVID.
Before COVID.
Actually, it was 2018, 19.
Got you.
Somewhere in there.
Gotta get them days right now. Gotta get them days right. When is the anniversary?
Hey, July 7th. I got that part right. Yeah.
When is it?
July 7th.
Put that camera back on him.
July 7th. I got that.
Monique, he got it right. Monique, drop in the comment section, Monique, if you got it right. But you do have a beautiful wife. You do have a beautiful wife. Yeah.
She's a beautiful person inside.
Yeah, you can tell.
She
saw
cares about people, and y'all listen.
She had a mission. Was it missionary? Something. Sunday school. I saw. Yeah.
She's a Sunday school teacher and one of the best out there. She's real good at what she does.
Yeah.
But like I said, she comes from a praying family.
Yeah.
They all.
So you got a praying wife.
Yeah. When things don't go right now, she just lay one down.
Hey, come on now.
When I start acting a fool, she just lay one down.
That's all you gotta lay it down.
I'd rather her lay that prayer down and lay me down because I didn't know how I'm gonna get back up. But
a praying woman. Listen.
Yeah.
The Bible said when a man find a wife, he find a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. Yeah. And, you know, and sometimes, you know, men don't want you back out there.
Yeah.
You know, so
and a lot of things, Lana, what I was doing before I got married to her.
Right.
Like I told you, I was going on this road here.
Right.
It was rough. Right. Because I was doing the wrong thing.
Right.
I would get my money on when I get paid, buy clothes, spend money on this person, spend money on this person.
Right.
And then here come the next day. Oh, I ain't got no money.
Right.
But she taught me how to.
That's it. That's humility.
Do the right things. Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. That's it. That's the one thing too about marriage. Yeah. You know, me and you know Curtis. You know him when he on the rough side of the mountain, right. And you see him down this side of the mountain. And that's what it is about. You take the strengths and you take the weakness, and you know you begin to blend and work together. And that's the key
And
part.
then, and the thing about it, she'd tell you she wasn't good all her days.
Right.
I wouldn't get all my days.
Right.
But then
Right.
when she decided, okay, it's time to bring it on in.
Bring it on in.
And when I never tell nobody shame. When I met her, that's when I brought it in.
Come on.
I got tired of running from house to house
Come
to
on.
house and this and that.
Come
It
on.
got old.
Got old.
It got old. And you know, she put the foot down.
Right.
And, you know, she supports me and when my girls
Right.
coaching, she goes to the game.
Right.
You know, when she got something going on, if I'm available, if I ain't got to work, I got a game,
Mhm.
I try to be there for her.
Right.
You know
Because she preaches, teaches, and all that good stuff as well.
Yeah.
So when you see her up there teaching or preaching, how does that make you feel? Like that's my.
But you know what though? I'm learning. I you know, she don't know this, but
Right.
she'll be teaching
Yeah.
Sunday school. I may not be there in the church,
Right.
but I'm listening.
Wow.
You know, because one day I was on a Sunday, because we've been working a lot of Sundays,
Right.
and I was going through the office one day,
Mhm.
and I had her on Facebook Live,
Mhm.
and one of the girls in there said, "Who's that, Coach P?" But they call me Coach P in the office.
Right.
They do. They
Right.
call me Coach P.
Right.
I said, "Well, that's my wife teaching Sunday school." She said, "You at work?" I said, "Well, somebody got to pay the bills."
Right.
You know?
Right.
She said, "But that sounds interesting. What's she talking about?" I said, "Well, listen, go on to Monique, House of God, Holly Hill," and I said, "You'll catch it."
Right.
And my wife don't even notice to the day. That young lady sits there every Sunday while she's at work, and I always listen to her on Sunday school.
Jesus.
Now listen, we didn't have church the last 2 Sundays because we've been out of town.
Right.
So she texted me. She said, "Coach P, your wife ain't been on live this."
Wow.
Yeah.
And your wife
Yeah.
don't even know that she's in.
The young lady enjoys her Sunday
She
school.
enjoyed her Sunday
Yeah.
school.
She said, "Coach P, it's not about a big congregation." She said,
Right.
"My mom goes to a big church."
Right.
She said,
The
you know,
teaching.
and I always say that when I'm emceeing the program. Sometimes you go to these programs, there's a lot of people in there. You can't enjoy your blessing because people are holding you down.
Right.
But then I go to a MC a program where there's 5 people in there. We have a good time.
Good time.
Because you letting loose.
Letting loose.
It's not a show. You really letting loose.
Right.
You know, you're
Right.
having fun.
Right.
You know, you enjoyed it. You joined the word. You know, because I said quartet is a ministry.
Right.
Now, some of the stuff they're doing now,
right.
I can't tell you because I'm not a judge of that.
Right. Right.
You know, I'm not a judge of that.
Right.
I don't sing in a quartet group. I don't play anymore, but I don't judge no other quartet
Right.
groups. Whatever you do, you do. Just be real.
Right.
Because
But
when I was out there doing the wrong thing, when I was playing quartet when I first started, all bad things happened to me. Oh, it was happening bad. Yeah.
So what can you say to that person that's you because you, like you said before you brought it in, you saw, so you can see when you're like that was me.
Yeah.
So what will you say to them now that you know what will you say to them that change you that can encourage them? You can look to that camera right there.
I tell you this right here. If you out there and you're playing, if anything you're doing, it can be Christian quartet, it can be whatever you're doing. If you feel that you know you're not doing the right thing, God's gonna tell you. He's gonna give you some warnings. He's gonna give you some warnings, and if you do not listen, it's gonna tell on you. When I was out there doing bad things, and I was playing quartet music, and I was out there, I thought I was doing it all, clubbing, doing it all. And I was trying to learn how to play the bass guitar, and went to a church one night. We had a program, and I had a visitor over there, and I had a visitor over there, and I had a visitor over there. And I'm thinking, how in the H I'm going to get out of this church with all these visitors I have in this church? And when we were going out to the back door, the door slammed and break my wrist.
No.
And I said it right then.
With all the visitors on every side?
Nah, I was going. What had happened was after we got finished playing, you go to the back and you get undressed. And I'm trying to sneak these people into the program, and the door slammed on my wrist and it messed my wrist up.
What's the chance of that?
Because I was doing the wrong thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Because my grandmama always said, when you're doing something wrong, it's going to catch up to you.
So you break your wrist.
I break my wrist. And that taught me right then. And I told them, there's 2 girls, listen, man, look here, I ain't want to be in no relationship right now. Because I had to make up the excuse. I was lying. Like I said, when you're young, you do foolish things. Yeah. And then until you realize when you grow up, you're like, you know what? Man, I better change my ways, man. But one thing about it, and I'm not knocking nobody that ever did it.
Right.
I never smoked. I never drank.
Right.
You know, I never did all that. I was never into drinking, smoking, or nothing like that.
Right.
And people was like, man, when you go in, you be cutting up back in the food. I be seeing you have a cup in your hand. See, you judging me.
Yeah.
You can't judge me because I got a cup in my hand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, you can say all you want to say about what I got in my cup, but you never know what's in it.
Inside the cup.
You know, what really made me gave my life to Christ was
Wow.
We was at the club one night, and boy, we was in there partying.
Not King G.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Listen,
yeah. But you know what though? You know, back then when your parents tell you don't go down there, you know, they be cutting up back in the food down there.
Yeah.
I just came home. I went to Florida to play some ball.
Right.
And my mama told me, he said, boy, they be shooting on that club last week. Don't go down there. Ooh, not me. I got to go. I got to get down there. So I'm down there at the club. I'm having a good time.
Right.
And they had a powwow down there, shootout.
Right, right.
And the boy that got hit, and I don't want to call his name,
Right,
he
right.
got hit.
Right.
And he fell on me. And I thought it was a bear he had in his hand. I thought the bear waist on me. I'm like, this boy done waist bear on my new outfit.
Blood?
But I didn't know until the light came on. When I saw the light come on, I'm like, oh my God, I got shot. When I look on the ground, the fella that got shot fell on me and the blood was dishing out of his, his skin onto me.
And you changed in that night?
No, let me tell you what I did. My car was down to King J. God bless the day. You asked my sister and my mama. I ran from King J to the home in Whitehall. I ran home.
With Diane in them outside?
Yes.
No.
I left my car because I couldn't get out.
You ran for all the way.
I couldn't, Londa. I could not get my car out of the area where it was at because it was trapped in there. And I ran home. And my mama said,
you did a Forrest Gump thing down the road too?
Man, look here. When I got home, my mama said, what's wrong with you? All that blood on you. Go take that stuff off. I took it off. And that Sunday morning, I'll never forget that. I can't remember the year. But Reverend Williams said that anybody want to join the church, I was the first one up there. Yeah, I was the first one up there. And that's when I gave my life to Christ. I said, if Lord, if you saw fit to get me out of that club that night, you are never the only club I go to now, and I love it. I have a good time when I go to this club, Sam Club. That's the only one I go to. That's it.
I like Costco.
Yeah.
I like
That's
Costco.
the only club I go to.
You Sam's Club.
Sam's Club. I go there every day when I go to
So that your last date,
ever in a club.
That was your last time.
Last time. I never went to
Ain't took you no step 1, no 2, no 3. Nah. That was it.
Step 1, because that bullet could have been for me.
That could have been, yeah.
And like I said, my mama told me they just had a shooting out there last week, but
and
I
you
didn't want to hear that
want to hear
because I want to get to the club.
So what would you say these young kids out here that, because it's different back then, it's different now. Yeah. So what would you say to them where, you know, the parents is talking to them, telling them, no, don't go out.
If I can say anything to any of these young folks out here,
yeah,
you better start listening to your parents. But parents, you got to stop being parents.
Come on.
Stop. How can I say it not to be very rude? Stop
being their friends?
Being their friends and be parents. Now I'm a parent. Now I have a soft heart. You know, my kids, you know, they'll do some stuff that I don't think is right, you know. But the only thing I can do is tell them.
Right.
You tell them. You know, if you know you didn't tell them, it's off your hands.
Right.
You know, but I say this and I say it like this, and I always say it like this right here. You got to make a decision. You going this road, or you gonna go this road? You know, if you're not in school and you need to find a job, do something, because the streets are rough out here, y'all. It's rough, and God knows I work at a funeral home, and I'm tired of seeing parents come to the funeral home to bury their kids over foolishness. Wow. It's happening every day. Every day. We got to change this culture, y'all. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You can be tough. Be tough in your own house. Go in the mirror and think you tough.
Right.
Everybody in the streets ain't know you got to be this and that. If you want to be in the streets, have a job out in the streets. Do something positive. Not everybody ain't going to listen to what you say. But my grandma's always said, a hard head.
Like a soft
behind. I'm just telling you how it is. Where I'm at now, coaching at.
Yeah.
Man, everybody always tell me all the time, man, why would you go down there to Charleston? Them kids down there hard. I don't say nothing else. Well, that's what you think.
Right.
But I guarantee you they listen to us.
Right.
You know, yeah, you're going to have one or two might want to go to the left or right to the right. But most of the time, they're listening to us. Right. They're you know, what we tell them, they're listening.
Right.
And you got to be true to yourself. You got to be saying, you know what? I can't be out there doing this and that. And they see me. They say, well, coach, you out there doing something.
That's it.
One thing about the kids, they ain't gonna forget nothing now. They're not gonna forget anything.
That's it.
They're not.
Speaking of the school you at now, you guys just y'all won
State championship last year passed. Last 4 to 5 years, the Military Magnet girls have won the state championship. But I'm gonna tell you this right here. When I was at Colleton and we played them the first year they went to the state championship, I was a head coach at Colleton and they was assistant coach.
Right.
And no, I was a head coach and Military Magnet came in players. We spanked them the first game, or we spanked them. And this, I'm gonna tell you where I'm going with the story.
Right.
So we had to play them again on the 4th of January.
Right.
And that's all I always tell my wife. The 4th of January is probably one of my worst days ever coaching. We went down there to play Military Magnet.
Right.
And I told the girls, man, don't worry about no practice. We beat them girls, they down. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Being the big head.
Right.
We got down there, y'all, on a Saturday. Them girls beat the living out of us. I was so mad. Listen, I was so mad.
At you.
At them. And it shouldn't have been them. That's been mad at myself.
Because you told them, practice.
Yeah. And we played just like that. Like we did practice before. But the point about it is Military Magnet got better. They were working. Danny worked those girls, and Coach Cooper, they worked those girls, and they got better.
Right.
And they came at us.
Right.
Because they knew, okay, if you want to be champions, you got to beat these teams like this right here at Colleton County. You got to beat them.
Yeah.
And they knew that I had a good team. So,
right.
One thing about Danny don't schedule cupcake games.
Right.
He going to schedule tough games.
Right.
Because when I got there to be the coach with him 3 to 4 years ago, I looked at the schedule. I said, Danny, ain't no way in the world you can play the schedule. He said, I'll play. That's the only other way I'm going to play.
Wow.
And I became the assistant coach because, like I said, that 2020 when I resigned, I said, I'm not getting the coaching anymore. I'm done. My last game, we lost in the playoff at Myrtle Beach High School. Right. And I sat there on the bench, and everybody said, man, I know the water coming to us. Nah. But you know what? Because in my heart and my soul, I knew I was feeling this is the right decision for me.
Right, right.
It wasn't nothing at the time what Colleton really did. They didn't do anything.
Right.
Because I told them at the beginning when I took the job back, 5 years.
5 years.
And this was 5 years.
We're 5 years up.
Yeah. And I did what I had to do. I said that was it.
So did they call you sellout?
No, they didn't, because I wasn't getting back into coaching anymore. And then when I went to Military Magnet, how I got there was I took that year off.
Right.
Okay. And I started my talk show.
Right.
And because COVID was in, and there was nothing to do.
Right.
So like I tell you, my wife was doing her show, and I kept saying, I want to do one like that. So one day we were sitting in the house. I told my wife, I said, you know what? Since we really can't get out and do nothing, I'm gonna start a talk show. She said, you should do it, baby. Do it.
Wow.
And she showed me everything to do.
Wow, that's amazing.
She showed me how to do it on my Instagram. She showed how to do it on YouTube. She showed me everything.
Right.
Because like I said, I saw her do it, and she would just, when my wife do it, you see it, London. She'd be like into it. And I'd be thinking on time, baby, sit down for you. You can't jump in the camera. But she loves
what she does. Right.
And when I became the coach down there, I knew they were good.
Right.
And a lot of people say, you just went down there because no. Danny called me and said, hey, I need help with the post players.
Right.
I went down there, and it's just like, it was amazing. It's a small little school.
Right.
Okay. But there's some big hearts in that school.
Right.
The girls down there, they want to win.
Right.
And they come to practice to win.
Right.
And that's what we try to get over to them. Is if you win at practice, the game's gonna be easy.
That's it. I remember one year in volleyball. I did volleyball and I did softball in school. And I remember Coach Cole was our coach. And we were playing back then we were playing Ruffin. And I remember Ruffin volleyball team was no good. And I remember we like, we got that. We beat them before. Like we can run the score up. Man, we went out there and we messed around. And them girls came like, wait a minute. So Coach Cole told her, she said, I told y'all that. Never underestimate a team. Don't matter if you beat that team in 4, because they could be ready for you. So they was ready for us. Well, we did got together quick, and we was able to win. But that taught us something. Never think that because you beat a team before and you ain't got to do nothing, like you gonna get them again.
Because I'm telling you this right here. If you're tired of getting beat, you're gonna do something.
Yeah.
Because Danny, one day I asked him about something. Danny, how all of a sudden y'all was bad, but he wasn't coaching. There was somebody else coaching there. He said, P, when I took the job, it was some stuff I had to iron out.
Right.
And he did that.
Right.
And I saw it. So now every year we're getting more talent.
More talent. Right.
I mean, you got a 7th grader that's 6'2.5".
Wow.
you as a coach thinking, oh my God.
Yeah.
It smile. It's like, because when he called me, he said, man, I got a big girl I want you to see.
Right.
So I didn't go to the gym that week. So they had a game that Wednesday night.
Right.
So I saw him ride to the gym and see what he talking about.
Right. Right.
So I saw the big girl standing there, but I didn't know that was the one he's talking about.
Right.
So then he said, you see your big girl? I said, what big girl? I said, I want to see that big girl. I see that big tall one now. He said, that's her. Well, I ain't missing practice in June.
Oh my God.
But the young girl loves to work.
Right.
She
right.
loves to work. She wants to get better.
Right. So it's a few questions. I'm not gonna ask you all this.
Oh, nice.
I ain't gonna ask you all this. I'm gonna ask you a few.
Okay.
It's a few, maybe a few, like 4.
Okay.
But I want to kind of ask you here, if you could say anything as a coach to the parents, what would it be?
Believe in your kids. Take time out for your kids. You're the one that's going to make the decision for your kids. Your kids can't make the decision.
Amen.
Your kid might say, I want to go over here and play. But you as the parent have to make that decision. Sit down with your kids. Talk to them. Find out what's going on with them. See, going in, I understand people like say go in the room. No, I ain't care about the room. Sit down with them at the dinner table. Put the phones down.
Yeah.
Talk. Find out what's going on. I guarantee you'll find some stuff you really didn't know as a parent that your child is doing.
Amen. What's one life lesson God had to teach you the hard way?
Following my friends.
Mm.
I made some bad decisions, but it wasn't like nothing with no violence or guns shooting. But we made some decisions. No, let me stop saying we. I made decisions
That's it.
to follow my friend, and it was the wrong decision. Now, I could have been locked up.
Yeah.
He could have been dead. He could have been locked up, or both of us could have been dead. But I learned that just because he or she doing it, you don't have to do it. You got to make you as a person have to make your own decision which way you want to do it. You want to do this or you want to do that, because you remember that there's whatever you do and it's wrong, you're going to have to pay for it. Your friend might be gone, but you're going to have to pay for it. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's good. What's the difference between who you thought you were and who God revealed you to be?
When I took the job at Colleton County the second time, my second go around, that's when I found out who the real Perry Smalls was as a coach. That's when I figured out who Coach P really was.
How was that?
Because I had a goal, and the goal wasn't to be certified he, she, or did. My job was to certify that I can get this program turned back around. And what I did was I had to get the girls to believe in me.
Gotcha.
Because when you running a team,
yeah,
and you coaching the team going and go as far as how the coach is going to believe in you.
Right.
And if I can get them to believe in me, sit down with them one-on-one. I always ask them, give me 5 things you like and you don't like.
Wow.
Give me 2 things you like and don't like.
Wow.
Give me a thing what you want to see out of me. But number all, before I even talk about sports, what do you want to do in life?
Wow.
Number 2 is your grades. Number 3 is, are you a good student in school? Are you a good student in the neighborhood? I took my girls. We went to nursing homes. We went to church things. If I knew that my girls had something going on in the church, they were singing on the choir that Sunday, or they're just doing something, Coach P was there.
Wow. So it's not just about you being in the gym. Yeah. You could
because my thing is, if those kids see that you believe in them, they'll give you everything they got.
Wow.
That's why I say about the military magnet girls.
Right.
See, and I get it and I see how Danny does it.
Right.
If them girls we had a girl that got baptized last year. Wow. That was the biggest thing I ever seen in high school sports. When a young lady got baptized, the high school coach was there every step of the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's bigger. So it's bigger than just Friday Night Lights.
Yeah. People always say, well, Coach, when you gonna start coaching? I'm coaching now.
Wow. Yeah.
Because I need to know, first of all,
that's good.
First of all, I need to know who you are.
As a person.
Yeah. Yeah, I know your parents, but I need to know you.
That's good.
Your parents ain't playing for me.
Right.
I need to know, first of all, you and your parents got a good relationship?
Yeah.
You and your dad got a good relationship?
That part.
I need to know all this.
Wow.
I don't have a dad. My dad, I stopped and I listen. I just listen. And I shut the door. But I never shut my door by themselves. I always leave a crack in my door. I bring another assistant coach.
Why is that?
Sit down. Because
you have wisdom.
you never ever want to shut a door with a young lady in there. Because when that door open, a lot of stuff coming in that door like, oh, Coach P tried to touch me on my chest. Know that good and well that didn't happen.
Ooh.
But before you even put yourself into that, catch yourself.
That's it.
Catch yourself. Hey, Coach, I need you to be in here with me.
Right.
What we talk about stays in here.
Right.
I had a young lady that played for me at Collin County. She told me, she said, I ain't got no daddy. I listened to her. I said, how you think you got it, baby?
Yeah.
And that girl was, I think she was a freshman at the time. I said, I don't care what your mama say, your auntie say, you got a daddy. Now, you and your daddy might not get along.
There you go.
But
you got a daddy.
You got a daddy.
Right.
I said, would you do me a favor? If I reach out to your daddy and say, hey, I want you to come here and talk to your daughter.
Wow.
Because let me tell you something. When a young man or young woman got their parents in their life,
it
makes a difference now.
I'm telling you. Right.
Now, there's some circumstances that ain't going to happen. But we know out here in Collin County,
right?
If I can get that dad on the phone, if I can just communicate with that mom and that dad on the phone,
right?
Hey, Dad, look here, man, this Coach P, I just got the job back here. I said, listen, I think you know me. I said, listen, do me a favor, man. Not for me, for your child.
Right.
Can you come here to practice one day? Just come up here. If she see you, it's gonna make a big difference.
Wow.
It's gonna make a big difference because when you, as I guarantee you, CJ can tell you if when he see his daddy, his mom at practice at a game, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Because when I used to play high school baseball, I knew where my dad used to stand at.
Wow.
He'd stand at the end of the fence, way down to the end.
You're right. Kids do look.
Yeah, because I don't have to go look all over the stands. All I had to do look down third base line.
Wow.
He's right over there.
Dad's right there.
Right down there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you got to build a relationship with the parents. Build them.
Right.
Now there's some you gonna hit and some you ain't gonna hit.
So with the girls or guys that dad is not there in their life, then do coaches have to not be their dad, but do y'all like be an example or play a role? I would say.
Well, I said play a role. I don't play the role. I want to be the role.
Be the role.
The player role is just you just doing it because the season here,
right? And after it's over, that's it.
I want to stay in touch with my girls for a lifetime.
Lifetime.
I have my phone that have numbers in there. When I was a middle school coach at Ruffin, and these girls' numbers are still in my phone,
right?
Because they can. I want them to call me anytime that something goes on,
right?
I think it was 3 years ago. We were headed to the state championship game. We were headed to Florence to the lower state championship game, and one of the young ladies called me. Coach P, I need to talk to you about something. Something ain't going right. And this girl played for me 10, 15 years ago.
Right.
And I said, what's going on? Now, she had me in tears as I'm going to the game. I was supposed to be happy with my girls on the card.
Right.
I said, let me tell you what I'm going to do. I said, when this game over with, I'm going to call you and we're going to talk on the way coming back.
Right.
And let's see how this work out.
Right.
And it did. That just comes to tell you, just because they play for you,
right,
you still got to build a relationship.
Still got to build a relationship.
Build a relationship with them. Be with them. Talk to them.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You see them out in the streets and they're doing something wrong. Tell them.
Tell them. Right.
I have some of my old girls, some of my new girls. They on my Facebook page, and some of them they be posting all this crazy stuff.
Right.
I get it right in their messenger. Take it down. That do not look good.
Right.
Take it down.
Wow.
I said because you don't know who's gonna see that.
That's it.
Because when, like I always tell kids, when college coaches come say, Coach P, listen, tell me something about CJ. Yeah. Let me tell people this right here. I'm gonna look you right in this camera. College coaches know about you, more about you than you know about yourself.
Wow.
And some people say, no, they don't. Yeah, they do. College coaches don't research you. They look on your Facebook, Instagram. They got a way of doing all this stuff. That's why they have secretaries in the office. And I've seen this, Londa.
Wow.
I've seen where people researching like, oh, coach, look at this kid. Give him a letter. Send him a
text.
Wow.
So their coaches are actually looking at the Facebook. Yeah. That's the resume.
Yeah. Because they want to know who they're getting. Because I can sit down and tell you, Coach Green, I'm coming to recruit CJ. Oh, yeah, he's an awesome kid, this and that. And the whole time he's thinking, yeah, all right. Don't know that he already know the truth. That's what I always tell these kids. Put these phones down, pick up a book. Do something. Because I'm telling you, if you plan on going to college And if I know that this kid can play college sports,
Right.
I'm gonna do everything I can do to push him. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna do everything I can do to push him. But I can't push him by myself. I
Right.
need your parents aboard.
Right.
Come on, I'm gonna show you some stuff where you can do where other coaches show me what. Because I call man, listen, I got so many coaches friends, so it's ridiculous.
Right.
And
Right.
I call them white or blue or black. It
Right.
doesn't matter.
Right.
Coach, how do you get this kid here to do this?
Right.
Yeah, tell me, give him some tips.
Tips.
Now I may not go by tip, but I'm gonna
Right.
take a
But
little bit of that tip
right.
off,
Right.
and I'm
Right.
gonna use my own
Right.
strategy.
Right.
And I always tell people it's not a strategy for is to try to make you do something and then just forget about you. No, it's a strategy to where I trust and believe in you.
Right. Right.
And this is what we're gonna do.
Right.
This is gonna fit the work the problem out right here.
Right.
And sometimes it works,
Right.
sometimes it don't. But at least I know I gave my 100%.
You give 100%.
Yeah.
And you're right, Coach P, because CJ O-line coach from
Yeah.
First Baptist,
Mhm.
To this day, Coach Caldwell, he at the college games,
Yeah.
he even now before he go
Yeah.
back, let's do breakfast. He there.
Yeah.
He's there.
When Curtis when Curtis told me what he was going to do with
Mhm.
CJ, and he told me who he was going to play, I told him that's the best decision you ever made
Right.
for your child
Right.
because it wasn't going to get done here.
Right.
And
That's a hard reality.
yeah, because you know how many times parents come to me and say, kids come to me, I'm
Right.
gonna transfer. Son, say, you ain't transferring no way.
Right.
You can't transfer yourself. Your parents have to do it.
Parents
Let me
gotta
talk
do
to your parents.
Right.
Mom, what's going on?
Right.
Do you want to move your child for what? Why do
Why?
you want to move them?
Wow.
You want to move them to the school because of sports, or you want to move because of academics and sports?
That part.
Because academics got to come first.
Yeah.
Because if I take your child to go over there and play football for 3 years and he's failing, how they gonna make you look as a parent?
That's it.
Because you made a decision now.
That's it.
Because don't come back to me and say, "Oh, Coach P said take him over there." Coach P did not tell you that.
Right.
Coach P told you look into the situation. You got to look at it to study.
Right. Right. Right.
What kind of academics they have there.
Right.
I have a young lady. We have a young lady that. Well, I don't want to say that we're trying to, say recruit the girl.
Right. Right.
But her mom told me, she said, "I would love to bring my child over there, but the academics that she needs is not there." And she was right because I looked into it like, well, it is not there.
Right.
So why would you bring your child in that situation?
Right.
Yeah, you want to see your child win a ring,
right?
But that ain't gonna make her be successful when she graduated out of high school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What have we done for that? You just failed that young lady.
Right. So you're more than just what they can do for the program.
Right.
Is developing them.
Right.
For the future.
I want to see. I want to listen. If I have young people that graduate and play sports all through their life, and when they get us say, "Coach P, I'm done," happy because they're done.
Yeah.
I said, "Are you done with football?" I'm like, "No, Coach. I just want to enjoy life now. I want to go to college, and I don't want to play sports. I'm good with that because you got you got those A's and B's, what you need. Because when sports fail, you find you a job.
Come on now.
Yeah, it's going to be there.
That's it.
That's going to be there.
You're right.
Like my son, PJ. PJ told me a long time ago that I didn't want to go to college. Right. I ain't never pushed him and said, "PJ, you going to college?" No.
Right.
Because he's good with his hand.
With
he
his
loves
hand.
to move his hand.
Right.
And it's paying off now.
Right.
But like I tell him, you can't be satisfied. You still want to do things better.
Right.
You got your job, your work, save your money. Because if something happened to me, your mama, how are you gonna survive?
How you gonna survive?
Yeah, you gotta survive.
Right.
Right.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's it. You're doing it out here, Coach P. You're doing it.
Hey, it's rough sometimes, Lon. It's rough. I know it's rough. There's some time that I'll be thinking as a coach and as a dad and as a person is like, I can't do this.
Right.
Sometimes I need picking up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's
who's there for the coaches?
Sometimes there's nobody. And I tell people think all the time, no, sometimes it ain't nobody.
Right.
So when I was at a point one time that I was just going to say quit coaching because these girls had me so, I'm going to use the word pissed off. They had me so peed off.
Right.
So I was like, I'm done.
Right.
I don't want nothing more to do with this. I'm done.
Right.
But then I had to think about it. Okay. Nobody gave up on you.
That's good.
So you going to give up on these kids?
Right.
Then I sit there and think, you want to be over here?
I can be over there.
Be over there.
Right.
So I want to be over here. So I can't give up on them.
Right.
So sometimes when I have a bad day and I just want to give up, people say, "Well, you go pray?" No, I don't. I ain't taking a lie. I don't know. I don't go pray.
Right.
Sometimes I call a former player.
Who?
What's going on? A former player.
Oh,
what's going on?
Right.
Coach, you call him. So what's going on? No, everything will good, coach. Just do what you. And I had to think about, oh, this is what I done with them.
Right.
So they just remind me
Right.
what I done for them. So now
Them.
you do it for that
That
person.
person.
That's all.
Right.
That's all.
Wow. And that's it. And I respect your honesty.
Yeah.
Right. That's it. Sometimes you just need that phone call
Yeah.
of someone
Yeah.
who, you coached previously, and it's like, this what you did for me.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
hard-headed.
Yeah.
Right. So 2 more questions. All right. All right. Let's see. All right. How do you protect your marriage being in the public space now? The Coach P now.
Because, one thing about it is you got to respect your marriage. You got to respect the person you're with.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, my wife said, I know everybody. Everybody know I'm married. I ain't. If I be a fool to go out there
Right.
and say mess with this person, and knowing that good and well I'm gonna mess up something I got good
Right.
at home,
Good at home.
or I'm gonna mess with a person that my wife gonna know this and that. That's
Right.
just don't even
Right.
fit right.
Right.
Now, if I hold a conversation with you,
Right.
you gonna know. Okay, you married? Yeah, I'm married.
Right.
Now I may not wear my rings every day. When I'm at work, I don't wear my rings and
Right.
stuff like that. But I'm not gonna disrespect my marriage.
That's it.
Because if I feel like, so I always say like this, right? If I feel like if I disrespect my marriage, then I'm going back down the wrong road again.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
I want to, honor my marriage as it's like every day and every
Amen.
second.
That's it.
I'm not ashamed of being married, because if I was ashamed of
That's
being
it.
married, I wouldn't have got married.
Right.
So,
Right. Right.
I just want to be to a place where I'm comfortable. A lot
Right.
of people say, I ain't never seen your wife look on Facebook.
Yeah, she on Facebook.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, she's absolutely on Facebook.
Yeah.
She shared it. Listen, she shared the podcast and all. Because you supposed to be on Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you was like, Londa. I'm like, I
That
said,
was
Lord.
that was my bad, because London, let me tell you something.
I was like,
When we were planning to go out of town, and I saw the thing on Facebook, my wife called me in the room and told me, "Babe, you got a broadcast Saturday?" I was like, "No, I don't have no broadcast Saturday." I said, London ain't called me, and I thought about it. I was like, "Oh, I did toss. Oh, Lord, I forgot." Because
time by so fast.
Yeah, because one time I used to write things down.
Right.
But I forgot I'm getting old. I can't remember what I just did 10 minutes ago.
I told Kirsty to turn 50. I was like, Kirsty, you write this stuff down.
Boy, man, listen, man, when you get past 50, man, all them check engine lights come on. Oh my God. And they call memory lights, man. You don't remember nothing.
You better get some Lion Mean.
Oh,
some Lion's Mean.
Man.
Listen.
Yeah.
So, last question. What does a kingdom man means to you?
Kingdom man to me is be a leader.
Mm.
Take charge on things.
Mm-hmm.
And I say this, and I'm not ashamed to say it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a Bible reader and this and that, but I know when things get bad, what to do, what scripture to go to. And people might say, what scripture? I ain't got to tell you that.
That's it.
Sometimes I just open it up, and wherever they open up to, I may not read it, but I'm thinking.
Right.
Okay. Then I'm not ashamed to call somebody, one of my friends. Hey man, listen, bro. I'm just going through something right now. Where I go in the Bible to find this and that?
Wow.
And then I go to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So being a kingdom man,
right.
I want everybody to know I want to be a leader.
Yeah.
I don't want to be, somebody just to say, well, talk the game. I want to be about the game.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I want people that I coach with, and it's not all about coaching. It's just my friends.
Right. Right.
I like to be around positive people.
Mm-hmm.
If I know that I'm not around positive people,
mm-hmm.
I start weaning myself away.
Right.
Because one time when I used to get up from work, I want to go hang with the fellas.
Right.
I don't want to hang with the fellas now. I want to go home and be with my wife. Sit in the
that's
house.
Maturity there.
She watching movies and we yelling back and forth. Babe, I love you. Yeah, that's things we do. I mean, I'm telling you, it's just the things we do.
Yeah.
And it make you, on sometime like on a Tuesday or Wednesday, go, babe, let's go get something to eat.
Yeah.
It's just our time.
Right.
Put the phones down. It's our time. Just sit down. Let's just talk about some things we need done around the house.
Right.
If something I ain't doing right, tell me.
Right.
Because if I don't, I'm thinking I'm doing it right all the time. I ain't doing nothing right.
Right. Wow. So would you encourage upcoming kingdom man, or even a kingdom man now, is don't feel ashamed to sitting down and having that talk with your wife?
Man, listen.
You looking at camera right there.
You rather sit down and talk to her than another man talking to her.
Ooh, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? You talk to her. My wife has sit me down plenty of time and say, you're not doing this something, or you're not doing this right. I don't ball up and get mad and walk out the house and leave. I listen and I correct myself because she, as a powerful woman that she is, if I'm doing something wrong, she's not afraid to tell me.
Right.
And I'm not afraid to accept it. Now, if I'm taking it all in, I'm taking it in, but now I can't tell you what I'm gonna do the next couple of minutes. But when I'm there, I'm listening.
You're listening.
I'm listening because, I ain't had all this guidance when I was coming through now.
Right.
We ain't had all this technology when we coming through now. So while you got it now, you better use it before it's being taken away.
Yeah, you're right now.
Because we know who on the top. We know God's on the top. But we know who down there in Washington.
Come on.
And I always tell people, don't let Trump or anybody determine what you're going to be in life. You as yourself got to determine what you're going to be in life.
That's it. That's it.
So
that's it. So final thoughts and final words that you would say to the kids who's now preparing to go to college, just wrapping it up now, going to college. What will you say to them, and what will you say to the upcoming students?
If you're getting ready to go to college, and this is the most powerful thing that if I ever tell you anything is, go there for one reason: get your grades, be respectful, get involved with things that are going on in the campus. Stay away from these foolishness. I know y'all gonna go out there and want to have a party, just and that, but be careful. Look who's gonna be around you. And some of you gonna go out there. Oh, I'm gonna drink this and that. You better slow your roll because you don't know what people are gonna put in your drink, what they're gonna put in your smoke. I'm telling you, just got to be real with these people because when they get to college, all kind of stuff happen. And some of the things that these college coaches tell me that these kids do, I'm thinking, what? Yeah, I'm telling you, parents, talk to them, tell them.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, if my son or my daughter said they going to college right now, and they said, Dad, you ain't never been to college, you can't tell me. You're right. But I have friends that tell me that some of the stuff that's going on there.
That's it.
So I've been around college sports and around college kids to see some of the stuff they do and thinking,
right.
I can't believe you. Come on, man. You ain't made like that.
Right.
Just because you're around certain other people, you trying to be tough. You're not like that.
Right.
Be yourself, man. Come on.
Be yourself.
Your mom and daddy did not raise you like that.
Right.
Your mom and daddy not busting their tail to work and send you money every week for you to do the stuff you're doing. Come
right.
on. Think about that.
Think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, so what's upcoming for sports talk with Coach P?
Woo. I'm glad you asked me that question. I got a lot of good things coming up. I held back on some stuff,
right,
and I didn't get online for a while. Number one was my son was starting his business. I wanted him to get the glory. We did a cooking for the midnight basketball they had this week.
So you was out there too?
Yeah, me and my son sponsored one night.
Awesome.
So the guy wanted to do an interview with me. He said, "Come and do an interview with me because I appreciate you buying the food." I said, "No, it ain't about me, man. It's about I want him to get the glory because I want those kids to know that PJ was in the same opportunity y'all were in.
Yeah,
he came out of school. He didn't go to college, but he started his own business. And he started doing his thing. Y'all can do the same thing.
Right.
I'm not encouraging to tell you not to go to college.
Right.
I'm just telling you if you don't, this is what you can do.
Right.
And the next talk show that when I get started back again, it's going to be we doing me and a guy named Coach DA. He's on 106.3. We do what you call Friday Night Lights.
Right. Yeah.
But we don't do it on a Friday. The show is going to call Friday Night Lights. So
right.
What we do is that Wednesday, that Thursday. No, probably do that Wednesday. We do predictions.
Right. Right. Right.
And
got you.
And the prediction is, Collin County going to lose. Something's going to win. It's not that.
Right. Right.
But what we're going to do is we just say, hey, who do you think will win this game? Well, from what they had last year and what they got coming back, because DA knows all that stuff.
Right.
I know a little bit of it because I read about it.
Right.
But then we just, have fun with it. That's all.
Right. That's it.
That's all we have.
That's it. I know your wife, she has a talk show as well.
Yeah, it's Uplifted with Mo. And her, man, let me tell you something. Londa, if my wife was in here doing an interview with you, she probably won't get home until tomorrow until I call and tell her come on home.
Listen.
Because she is that energetic about what she does. Because matter of fact, they're sponsoring a back to school bash Sunday from 3 to 5 in Ridgeville. And my wife started out with like 1 or 2 vendors. Now it's 20-some vendors out there.
Wow. And that's next Sunday?
Next Sunday.
Sunday coming.
And it's going to be in Ridgeville, South Carolina, on Highway 78 at I don't remember the address.
If she can drop it, is it open for anyone?
Anybody can come. Okay. It's for the kids, and you just come out and fellowship. Come out and fellowship, and because what I want to see is I want to see one of these days that your church come visit our
Right.
church.
Right.
You know, and I don't. That's one thing about her. She
Y'all
don't
heard, y'all,
mind
y'all heard
coming
me say,
visit.
y'all heard Coach P say, when your church come visit my church. I
But
know that's right. You better come on.
if
You
I
better
come
come
if
through.
I come to Yolanda and Curtis Church, they better let me preach. I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna cut up and I'm like a fool up in there. They don't let me sing and preach. Nah, I'm just joking. But I like coming visiting different people's church.
Right.
You know, right now our job got us on like 6 days mandatory.
Right.
Sometimes it be on. I work 4 or 5 Sundays in a row. Then when I get a Sunday off, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't want to go to church. I want to rest.
You gonna rest?
Yeah, I want
Right.
to rest.
Right.
You
But
know?
you still catching it live though.
Yeah, you can catch it on live.
That's
man.
it.
Yeah, you catch it on live.
They're live.
Yeah.
Awesome. So so your son, he cooks every weekend.
PJ, I think he does it every weekend, but I try to sometimes to stay out of his how he want to do it.
Mhm.
But he sometimes if he on a Wednesday
Mhm.
when school start back, you know, give it a couple
Gotcha.
weeks, you know, and what I'm trying to do is say, hey, listen, give a piece of paper to a teacher or somebody in there and say, you want to get some orders, start, you
Gotcha.
know, something small,
Right,
and then, you know,
right.
and then build it up, you know, and like I said, man, it's all about support.
Right. So
you
we
know.
can go to his page and we can see where his location is going to
Yeah.
be
You see
and
his
when he's
case?
serving
Yes,
as well.
yeah.
Awesome.
It's under Perry Jane. People keep saying, well, that ain't his name, Perry. Nah, see, his name is Perry Jabari Smalls, and we call him PJ.
PJ.
Yeah. So people were inboxing me, hey, when can I get a meal? I'm thinking, meal? What are you talking about? I said, PJ, hey, bro, you gotta do something different. You gotta go into Perry Jane or something because they're inboxing me because I'd be getting all your money. But he
Got you.
he does his thing, man. I'm so proud of that young man. He is really doing his thing, man. So
Right.
you know, if you're in, it don't matter where you at, what
Right.
county you're at. If you want to get a meal from him,
Right.
from somebody that's doing, I don't care if somebody's doing something positive, y'all just support him, man. If
Right.
you ain't want to buy a meal from somebody or buy a shirt from somebody,
Right.
hey, go a little donation, this and that. Just all.
That's
all.
it. That's it. All. So where can they find Coach P?
Well, I'm easy to find. I have 2 Facebook pages. I had to get 2 because I had so many friends. I had to get 2 pages.
Wow.
You can go into Perry Smalls on Facebook, or you can go on YouTube on the Perry Smalls 71. I know it's Coach P sportstalk.com on YouTube, and I do Instagram, but I really don't post that much on Instagram. Right. But this year, if things go like one, like I said, I'm looking at all this good stuff Curtis got here. I'm telling you, if y'all know y'all got robbed one night, I ain't gonna tell you who done it, but I'm gonna tell you where it's gonna be at. Yeah, but this, and again, I say this when I first got it. I'm so proud of you and Curtis of what y'all accomplished here.
Amen.
I remember where you started.
Yeah.
You started from the bottom.
Come on now.
You ain't to the top yet,
yeah,
but you're near. But you're near. Yeah, I'm being honest. You're near.
Yeah,
because I know where you started.
Listen,
from.
I'm climbing.
Yeah. And I'm so proud of y'all. I'm so proud of y'all.
Enjoying it as we go up.
The equipment that y'all have here is outstanding, Londa. So don't let nobody discourage you from not doing what y'all doing. Y'all doing a good job. And this show that you're doing, and when I first saw it, and I told my wife, I said, I can't believe Londa gonna ask me. I cannot do this with these preachers, man. And you have some powerful people on here, you know. And I'm so proud of y'all. I am.
But if you notice, and when I told you then, I said the way God helps, the way God lines it up for me.
Right.
Every guest, as you can tell tonight,
right.
Every guest is different.
Right.
Their question is different.
Yeah.
You know, you're here to showing you're sharing your piece, you know, with this Kingdom Men series, and God's been moving tremendously just through this particular series.
Right.
And what birthed this series was, you know, a good friend of ours, a good friend of a friend that we know, he ended up, you know, unaliving himself.
Right.
And I'm like, God, what can I do? You know, I'm not a man, you know, but I got I got this platform, you know, what can I do to, you know, other men can encourage other men saying, you know, keep on going, you know, so that's what it was birthed from.
Because, you know, it's like my show was, Londa, I started out, a good friend of mine, he's passed away, Eddie Berry. Mm-hmm. When I first got on that show, y'all, the first time I opened my show up, y'all, there was 2 people that got on live with me. This is the God on the truth. Yeah. If I'm going to say this, if I never say this again, and I hope this really touched somebody when I say this. Mm-hmm. When I started my show, there was only 2 people on there the first 3 or 4 nights. Mm-hmm. And this is what I said, man, the hell with this. I'm done with this. I ain't doing it no more.
Right. So
that Monday, Mr. Berry called me. Mm-hmm. What time you get on the night? I said, Berry, I ain't doing it no more. I'm done.
Right.
So Mr. Berry didn't say anything. I said, what are you talking about? He said, don't give up, bro. He said, I'm gonna
Right.
pray for you.
Mm.
He said, don't give up now. He said, bro,
Right.
they're gonna come.
Right.
So I went back on there that next Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, God's my witness. My
Mhm.
wife can be the witness to tell you this.
Yeah.
I went from 2 to like 50, 60 something people on it
Yeah.
on live.
Right.
People commenting on what I was talking about.
That's it. That's
And I
it.
started having my coach. I started calling all my coaches. I said, listen,
Right.
you on this night, you on this night, you on
Right.
this night.
Right.
And what I did was I started with the coaches that had all the experience
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
talking to the middle class people.
Right.
I
Right.
call it the middle class coaches that just like
Got
been there
you.
for a little while.
Right.
Then I talked to the middle coaches that been there for just started, talk to the younger coach.
Right. Right.
So I done had people that start saying, man, I want to become a coach now. How can I do it? He said, man, I love your show.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, and what we are doing, and I'm gonna say we is
Right.
we are helping somebody.
That's
I'm
right.
telling you, you're
That's
helping
right.
somebody.
That's right.
Because I'm gonna tell you this. When you first asked me to be on it, I was like, oh no, no. And my wife said, baby, just go get us. No,
I knew your wife.
Ain't nothing you can tell me that I'm going on the show because
I knew your wife.
The questions that Lonnie asking them preachers, I'm thinking the whole time, ooh, I know they eating this seat up. But when I got here,
come on,
and I sit in that chair, I said, I can do this.
Yes.
I can do it. Because it's different being on your part show and in somebody else's part show. It's
Yeah.
different. It's
Right.
different.
Right.
You know, and like I say, be yourself.
That's it.
You know, don't try to outdo the next person.
That's it.
And I had to learn this on my part.
That's it.
You're not trying to outdo the next
That's
person.
right.
Be yourself.
That's
Everybody's show is different.
Different. That's right.
Everybody's show is different.
That's
you know, I'm watching Curtis doing all this stuff right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching your live and I see him putting this up. Just different.
That's different.
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
I'm not gonna go home and tell my wife, okay, game plan. This is what we're gonna do. No, but I'm gonna continue to do mine the way I'm doing
Coach
it, but I'm gonna improve on it.
Listen, but Coach P, people are literally doing that. And then they get mad when it falls. Me, I'm like, I'm not trying to act. I'm like, how possible? I'm not coming with the elegant of words. I'm gonna come as me. You may see me dressed this way, that way. I dress how I feel.
Yeah,
I'm being us. My thing is, I'm gonna be myself. Yeah. I'm gonna be myself out here, and God gonna get the glory out of it.
And I tell my coaches when I talk to them when they come on my live, listen, I don't need you to dress up in your school uniform. If you want to wear a shirt with Bobcat on it, wear what you want to wear.
That's
just
it.
Be yourself.
Just be yourself.
Because only thing I'm trying to do is for you to give good information to the people out there.
That's it.
Good information to a coach that's going through something.
That's it.
But this is what a lot of people don't know. And I'm in on this here. I'm preaching now.
You better preach.
Yeah. This is what they don't
know. You
hear
your husband, Monique?
Coaches go through hell just like anybody else.
Come on.
We go through it. I'm telling you, as assistant coaches and head coaches. I tell people all the time, we got 4 or 5 jobs as a coach.
Yeah.
First of all, we got a home to take care of.
That's it.
If you got kids at home, you got to worry about them kids in your family.
That's it.
Okay, now you're leaving them. You're going to be a coach now.
I had that question too.
Right. Now you're going to leave in your house to go to the gym. Mm-hmm. You got so many things going through your head. You got to drive in all this traffic in Charleston. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Now you get there. You got 2 girls that's going through something. Now you got to stop your mind saying, okay, get up practice, find out what's going on with them.
Right.
And I'm telling you, we go through it. But we learn as coaches, you know what? We've been through this before.
Right.
We can do this. Mm-hmm. And that's how I look at it is, how can I help somebody else? Because somebody else helped me.
Right.
And I'm not ashamed to tell people, people always say, man, find you a good black coach. Man, don't tell me who to find that gonna fit my problem.
Come on.
Because when I want to talk to the coaches, a certain coach I want to talk to is for a reason why I want to talk to that coach.
Right.
Because I know people might get mad when I say this. If I have a white young man I need to talk to, a white young lady I need to talk to, and I may not want to go to that black young lady. I might want to go to a white lady. Tell me what I need to do.
Tell what I need to do.
Because I need to know.
You need information. Right.
Because you ain't gonna have a black coach, black players all the time. You gonna have all white players. You gonna have a mixture. You gonna have Mexicans. And I need to know what I need to do in this situation.
That's it.
And then when I get it, then I can relate it back to them.
Yeah.
But I need to know, who's in your household.
That's it.
I ain't trying to really get into your business, but I just need to know who's in your household.
Yeah. So so coaching ain't just like we say earlier, is not just on the court, not just on the field.
It's all.
It goes beyond.
Yeah, it's all. My wife can tell you, man. I have my players text me and call me former players call me all the time. Yeah.
Then you got to have the mate that's going to be able to
Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And you've got the mate that she understands.
And I'm gonna be
But
honest
it's still
with you.
but it's still ministry.
Yeah. And
But it's still ministry.
and the key part about this is I look at my wife sometime when people call her
Mm-hmm.
and she mentoring them.
Mm-hmm.
She don't even know. I be listening, thinking, Lord, thank you for sending me that one because I just learned something from her, and I write it down. And then when I got to go talk to somebody, everything, and they go, "Where you get that from, coach?" Don't worry about it. I'm listening. And it's not only her,
Right.
other coaches.
Yeah.
I be hearing them talking like, "Hey man, see, I did this for Bobby Joe, this and that." And
That
some of
part,
them you can
man.
tell if they're real or not,
Right.
because I don't have to have the big spotlight on my chest
Come on.
to say I done something for a player. I don't need that.
Right.
I don't need that because
Jesus.
if I see that child take a step, I'm nicking. Oh yeah, okay.
That's it.
Okay, I'm good.
Right.
But I'm still not gonna go in and say, "Oh, I did that for her, for him." No,
No,
I would not.
Yeah.
Because then it's not about them; it's about you. And I ain't want nothing to be about Coach P. I'm done. I'm done playing. I just want to be I tell people now, I ain't no coach. I just want to be a friend to them and tell them, "You're wrong, man."
Right.
Wrong.
Right.
And some of these younger
accountability.
Coaches, some of these younger coaches, I tell them, "Listen, man, you're wrong."
Right.
And I leave it just like that. You're wrong, but we'll talk. Because I ain't gonna tell you wrong and not tell you what you didn't do, you done wrong. I'm gonna tell you.
That's it.
You're wrong, man.
That's it.
You're wrong.
But it's good though. You have that humility where you can take it. You said so. It's information you're getting. You're not saying, "Okay, I don't have it all."
Yeah.
And that's what I believe, Coach P. That the problem is, in different types of like coach let's say coach like Fred Reed would say situations.
Yeah.
Situations because people don't want to admit that I need help.
Yeah.
I don't have all the information.
Yeah.
But let me get it. Now I was taught this in ROTC by a commander. If we didn't know something, he said, say, I don't know right now, but when I find out, I'll come back and tell you.
That's it.
When I come back, that means I'm going to find the information.
That's right.
I'm going to point you in a direction in who. For instance, I had a client that comes down from Duke.
Mm-hmm.
That's North Carolina.
Right.
And because someone told me, say, no, I don't have the information, but I have this naturopath doctor here in Walterboro, South Carolina, and she can help. And God been moving. Yeah. People getting healed.
Yeah.
People getting healed from diseases, illness that they say they would never get healed from. God is doing it.
Right.
In this small little town.
Yeah.
Amen.
It's people always say there's good things in this town.
Come on.
It is good things in this town, but there's some things in town that can be straightened out. Yeah. It could be time. It could be some things in the town that need to be straightened out. And that's another.
Do we want to get
into the topic?
Do we want to get it? Do we want to get in that tonight?
Because then they might kick me off. They might kick you off the broadcast. I'm just telling you, it's some stuff that need to be fixed. But
stuff need to be fixed now.
But the good man gonna take care of it though.
You better say so.
He gonna take care of it.
You better say so. But how they say back in the country, he don't sleep nor slumber.
No sir. No sir. No. I just want God to continue to bless me and my family and your family and everybody else. I want everybody to be blessed. I want to see everybody flavor. I want to see everybody get.
Let's make it.
I want everybody to get the taste of the tea.
Come.
I want everybody to get the taste of the tea.
You better come on.
Yeah, because now I can tell the next person that going, man, listen, dog.
Ain't like
when you go in there, it's not what you think it is.
That's it.
Because I'm telling you, when I talked, me and McGill was talking. That's McGill, boy. I can't do this, boy. Boy, Lonnie gonna have you sweat. And I ain't lying. At first, I said, boy, here it comes. But then it was. It is because I was myself. I'm acting myself.
That's it.
One thing about Coach P, I ain't going nowhere if I got a front.
That's it.
I'm not. If I think I got a front, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
I call you in the phone, Lonnie. That ain't gonna be for me.
You did call. You did call. Yeah. You ain't say that part.
No, I said,
girl.
I said, girl, you got me in your. I'm telling you, man. I see all these pictures in this.
You said Londa, and everybody. If somebody say Londa, that means they know me.
Yeah.
Because everybody don't call me Londa.
Yeah.
That means you know me. That means we grew up in the same neighborhood, X, Y, Z. And I'm like, listen, I told everybody, if you're listening, it's not your questions.
Right.
And I can't even explain it how God does it.
Right.
And I know it's not me. And I'm being honest, it is not me. God strategically, I said, okay, God, I have this guest is coming on. Give me the questions for this guest. Right. So if they watch all 17 episodes, they'll see you guys. Only question y'all guys had alike was, what does the kingdom man mean to you?
Right.
And it's not a right or wrong answer. What it means to you.
Right.
Because what a kingdom man mean to somebody else
It's
may not mean the
different.
same thing
That's
to
right.
you.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
but my thing is, I just want someone to get the information, grab from it, and help. And people been inboxing YouTube. I'm telling you, and they're saying this has helped me.
Right.
This has helped me. That have helped me. But I thank God for you men that came on so far.
Yeah, I really enjoyed myself. I did. I
Amen.
really enjoyed myself.
Amen.
If I were to tell anybody else, listen, man, listen, awesome show. I done said it so many times in the show today.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of London and
Thank
Curtis
you.
because
Glory to
I
Jesus.
know where we come from.
That's it.
Huh? We
That's-
come from
Come
we
on,
come from
that's
the
it.
bottom.
That's it now.
And
That's it.
we up to the top.
That's
but
it.
we going high and
we
high.
gotta go high.
And the thing about it, I want to go high and high, but I want to bring somebody with me.
You better come
You know what
on.
I'm saying? I want to bring somebody with me.
I
That's
don't
what I want to do.
I don't want to erase them. I want to bring them
Yeah,
with
I want
me.
to bring them up.
That's it.
I want to bring them up.
And that's the part
Yeah.
I pray that we as an African American community
Right.
can get together. And I'm just being honest and transparent.
Right.
Is don't try to erase a person.
Right.
You know,
Bring 'em
let's
with you.
come let's
Yeah.
come up
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Amen. So y'all listen. Have a few gifts for Coach P on tonight. As his wife, awesome. So we have a flyer for his wife, Monique Small's giveaway as well. And like I said, you know, if he would just follow his wife, is the camera on me or on Coach P right quick? It's on both of us. So if you could bring it in a little close, if he can just follow his wife and switch them jerseys, I'm telling you, what time it is?
Eagles time. Super Bowl time.
I got my Dallas Cowboys watch. Yeah, I got my Dallas Cowboys watch on tonight.
Listen, I had this jersey in my, but you can see it in that truck. What's on
I
that?
started to. I
Right.
didn't listen. I repent, God, because I'm for real. I was like, let's come on the show and wear your jersey and wear my jersey as well, because we talk trash all through the season.
But you know what though? The other day, my wife was in the house and somebody left 2 tickets on the window, and left. It was 2 Dallas tickets, and left. They've been sitting there for a year.
Real tickets?
Yeah, I'm lying.
I'm about to say, what in the
nobody wanted
world?
the tickets. And then we went to. Lord, please forgive me. We went to Georgia this weekend.
I'm talking about for real.
We went to Georgia for
Man.
vacation this weekend, and I took my Eagles helmet and I put it on top of the truck, left the door wide open. Everybody went by to that right there, and the camera picked it all up.
And you said y'all had Eagle tickets on the car, and nobody never came and got it.
Oh, they came and got the Eagles one. The Dallas one, nobody came and got. They passed right on by. I don't want them tickets. They don't beat nobody. Yeah.
Listen, my first Dallas game for my birthday, we went. Matter of fact, Apostle, we gotta go to Miami Dolphins. I asked him, listen, I'm gonna do him like he did me.
Uh-huh.
When he went to the Dallas game with me,
Right.
He was at the hotel.
He didn't go in the game.
He ain't going to the game. Me and CJ went. So I'm like, you know what? That's good. That's cool. Because the church sending him to a Miami Dolphins game. And I'm like, I'm going to be in the hotel. CJ coming up from school. He going to go to you. Because matter of fact, the game they're going to is CJ. He'll the Bengals. So the Miami Dolphins and the Bengals is playing. So I'm like, no, I just give it to CJ, my ticket, and let him enjoy himself. But honest, for real, my first Dallas game I went, I'm like, I got to go back because on TV is different when you're actually in the actual stadium. And the hotel, Dallas Cowboys, we took over the hotel.
And that's what it's all about. And it's just
fun.
More time. It's fun, but you know,
people take it serious though.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ooh,
some people do. Some people fighting. And listen, I ain't doing all that.
And
listen,
I'm like,
my wife will tell you in a minute now.
Ooh.
Me and her discuss it, but all the arguing about foot. No,
nah, we cracking jokes.
Now I'm gonna celebrate when the Eagles won last year. I ain't jumping food in the house, but when I got outside, Lord, look, yeah. Woo!
Listen, they don't. When Dallas win, is a song I go and I gotta go on YouTube and get the clean version and say "We Them Boys."
Yeah,
you know. And they close the door. They close the room. They're like, well, when y'all lost, you ain't even saying that. Now you want to talk. Now you want to talk. But I was gonna say this to you. So growing up down there, you know, I ain't just became a Dallas Cowboys fan. We had the Jackets all through high school and stuff. But baseball, it was always the Atlanta Braves.
And mine was the Mets. I was always. The only reason why I stopped rooting for the Mets was after Mookie Wilson started playing. Now, I played with Mookie Wilson down the Earhart baseball team. I played baseball with him. So I knew everything about the Mets then through him. But now I just like to watch it now.
Watch it.
Football, I ain't always been an Eagles fan. I mean,
Right.
I became an Eagles fan when Darwin Walker
Right.
played there,
Right.
and I was rooting for him. Honestly, I was a Miami Dolphins fan
What?
when I was coming up.
Well,
Yeah.
you went
Yeah.
from bad to worse.
Well, you can say that, but we are winning. The worst is winning right now. You know, Lon, let me tell you something. Y'all do not
Listen.
if y'all do not have a winning season this year.
We're going to Super Bowl.
Right. T, I need you.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
Hey, I think something in this tea that London drinking. London said they're going to the toilet. I mean the Super Bowl. Lord.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
But you know, I think you set this up though because you had all them Dallas fans. You had McGill, Fred, Jay's of Chicago Bears.
Right.
Yeah, you had a lot of Dallas fans on.
Yeah, we did. And Ramsey, Dallas.
Right. I think you set this up.
I
want all your Curtis, put this camera right here. I want all y'all to know the first game of the season, you're coming to the champs. And you touch that ring and they go, don't get mad, don't go no way. It's okay. We are the best. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
He mean Carson Newman Eagles is the best. That's what he means. Okay. That's the Eagles he talking about, y'all. He's about Carson Newman. Y'all listen right quick though. Agape Word Radio, yeah, y'all. Agape is doing it out here. So we're on Spotify and Apple Music as well. On Sundays, 93.5, y'all. Apostle C. Magwood. I wasn't on for the past 3 episodes because I mean, God has increased my clinic, and people are getting healed from different type of ailments. Y'all know I'm country and southern, right? People are getting healed. Amen. Also, look out for the Dr. Yolanda PB Magwood. Gotta keep that B in it. Yeah. You know, gotta keep that brown in it.
You gotta keep that brown.
You gotta keep that brown.
That's why I tell my wife all the time. Keep that W in there.
You gotta keep.
But remember that S is the last. The S is the last one now.
When I going to school, right, 8 years. I said it before. I didn't go out to be a naturopath doctor. No. That just God set me up. Yeah. And the thing about it was when they said, okay, how do you want your degree to be? Mm-hmm. You know, and I'm like, you could do Dr. Yolanda PB Magwood. And the thing about it is your niece, right? It's for Yolanda. Right. So people's always mix up our names, right? So she was Yolanda MB. Right. Right? And I'm Yolanda. She was YMB and I'm YBM. Right. So yeah, so you know, Bird. Ain't that something? Oh God. But anyways.
Her husband's a big Eagle fan too, just to let you
know. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That ain't no good. Yeah. So when I did it, I said I need to be Dr. Yolanda PB Magwood. I gotta keep that being. So they laughed at me and said PB is peanut butter. But y'all, right quick, y'all, we about to close. Like we in church, right? So the foundation, the Dr. Yolanda PB Magwood Foundation. I'm super duper excited about this foundation because we got pregnant senior year high school. So that foundation is going to support, you know, young parents, right? You know, teenage girls, things of that nature as well. Also, look out every Wednesday for Wellness Talk with Naturopath Talk with Dr. Y. Look out for that as well every Wednesday. I've been doing the page, sharing the page. Y'all, I'm almost finished with my book. So I'm almost finished. I didn't understand Coach P. Oh my God.
You know, my wife wrote a book too, you know.
What? What's the name of her book?
It's about relationships. I can't remember the exact thing, but she's done a book.
Awesome.
So if you might, you know, y'all can get together and if she needs it.
I'm definitely gonna invite her out. Now I actually have Kingdom Women Arise. Right. So I got that for August, September, and October. Right. So I'm definitely gonna reach out to your wife as well for that. I didn't understand. I was gonna try to do 2 books at one time, but y'all, hey, my God, it was. I just finished up with my bio, redo it. It was too long. And shout out to my publicist, Tawana. Tawana Murray. Tawana Aiken. She's now married to Pastor Sean Aiken. And so I'm literally finished. So I'm excited. So look out for that. Want to have her out by my birthday time. And I'm excited, y'all. It's going to bless you because I was almost done. But then the doctor part of me was like, I heard my professor like, girl, you won't get sued. You gotta go back to these legal terms. Get it together. And it's what you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
You know, when you've been through the ranks and with people, you know, that been in it longer, it's like the words they say will come back to you.
Right.
So it was like Dr. Judy's like, her voice came like, no. Put that right legal term with that. You can't get sued out here. So anyways, y'all look out for that book. I'm super duper excited about that as well. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna give the gifts, and we're about to let Mr. Perry go on back on the road. Amen. To the big city of Somerville.
No, Ridgeville.
Oh, Ridgeville.
But it's in Somerville.
It's in Somerville. It was it school Somerville, Ridgeville?
Harleyville, Ridgeville.
Harleyville, Ridgeville.
Yeah, Harleyville. That's where my father-in-law went to school at.
Harleyville,
Yeah.
Ridgeville. Right.
Yeah.
So we have a few gifts. Matter of fact, your sister created my tumbler, Bernice.
She's good at it. She's
Yeah.
good at it.
So she did my Kingdom Men tumbler. This cup is actually yours. No one used it. That's your
Okay.
cup as well.
Thank you so
And
much.
we got you some tea and some herbs in here as well. So every gift I get, I like to put it with the person's personality.
Right.
So I went down and looking in my dark and my Lord, I can't find, and see some mom right there. And I'm like, bingo. So we saw this and I said,
Ball game.
yeah,
Love it.
Ball
I appreciate-
game.
I love it.
and we
I
have
love
you
it.
some honey inside, the Manuka honey inside as well.
Okay.
It's the real deal as well.
I love it. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
y'all so much. Now, I hope that tumbling don't have Dallas on it. If it ain't, I'm gonna throw it across that river and when I get down there on Dorchester Road.
You're the
But
truth.
I appreciate it so much. I appreciate you having me on. And like I said, I was really, really not scared to be. I'm never scared to
Right,
do anything in life.
right.
I was just worried about, the questions
Right.
was going to come. But like you said, the Spirit led you to do it this way.
Right.
And basically, if you look at the questions you was asking, it's the same question, but the way you phrased it. And that didn't come from you. That came from
The Holy
the
Ghost.
inside of
I'm
you.
telling
That came
you.
from inside of you. And like I
Yes.
said, I'm so proud of you, Londa. I'm proud of Curtis and CJ. No, it
Right.
ain't no if and this, but he know how I feel about him. So, but let me ask you all a
So
question.
feel the same way when he go play for Dallas Cowboys. You feel that same way too.
If Curtis go plays for the Dallas Cowboys, I will wear a jersey
Okay.
and say Dallas still suck.
Ah!
I'll wear that jersey. But anyway, how do y'all feel like being your son-in-law?
Yeah.
Because I didn't get an invite, and I'm the number one family member out there.
So
Oh, hold on. I'm hurt right now. I just want to get this out the way. I've been waiting.
Get
on
off
this.
your
I'm
chest.
getting off my chest. If this happened again, I be stuck.
So
But no, I want when I did tell her on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for her, and
Right.
she looks happy.
yes.
And I didn't meet the young man.
First you said who is this older man hugging up my
Yeah, I
little
did.
cousin?
Yeah, I want to know because he ain't gonna be hugging up on my cousin, and I ain't know. But she seems like she happy, and I
Yes.
know that y'all put the blessing on them.
Yeah.
And just let him know if he puts his
Well,
hand on her the right way, that me and Curtis going up there. I'm gonna send the red
Which-
person. I'm coming second. Yeah.
So you said it earlier, and I was going to actually comment on it. So when she went out, it was just supposed to be something that's private.
Right.
Because she, she liked nature, and it was just family. And it's supposed to be like maybe 5, 10, and it went from 5 to 10 to like,
Same thing happened to us.
and I'm
Same
like,
thing. Yeah.
she didn't want,
Yeah.
she's like, she don't like a lot of, attention on
Yeah.
her, but it just
It-
went, yeah.
And the pictures and the videos I saw was
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah.
Y'all did a great job with it.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with me and my wife. We wanted something small,
Right.
and it turned out to be 25 people
Yeah.
to like 100 and something
Yeah.
people. But it was short and sweet
Yes.
and to the point. And
Yes.
like I said, you can go there and have these big old gorgeous weddings and spend all this money, and
Yeah.
then in the next year or so, the next month or so, the next day or so,
Right.
you're struggling. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you got to look at the long life. you
And
know?
that was her.
Yeah.
Because they're, in the process of building a house.
Right.
So that was her thing. Like, I'm not going to spend all this. Now she got a dress now.
Right.
She got a dress
Yeah,
now.
and it was not everything looked nice. It was real nice.
But she was not she didn't want to do all that. Because when me and Curtis got married, we got married at the courthouse.
Right.
And here's
Yeah.
30 years later.
Yeah.
And I'm country, hear us. 30 years,
Yeah.
country southern.
Like I said,
Can anything good come out of Yams?
good?
Y'all, listen, so Coach P has been good.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. I really did. I'm when I see McGill and Mom's a bow. Londa had me sweating for a little while, but I'm telling you, man, again, I enjoyed it. I really did.
I thank
And
y'all.
People, if anybody that comes on this show,
Yeah.
whatever she does, and God's gonna take her show to the highest to the
I
point.
receive it.
And I'm telling you, y'all need to get on. She has some good stuff, some good tea. But as soon as she started talking about that Dallas stuff, get out the door and run. And I think that's why Curtis is fixing up a spot in the back so they can block everybody in. But y'all, listen. Y'all, I'm gonna end this. Can I end this in the way I do my sports talk show?
Now this in your show, not Coach P.
Right,
Coach
but I'm ending anyway. But anyway, nah, I'm just joking.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Hey,
you say your last, and I end mine. Because Coach P, go ahead.
I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. This is Coach P on the Londa Show. Y'all, I just love to have fun. This is me every day. If I'm having a bad day, there's something got to be going on.
Yeah.
Now there's some days that I do have some bad days, but then I remember my good days.
Come on. Outweigh my bad days. Yeah. And he said he ain't no minister. He still talk. It's always be them ones, y'all, that be still, it's always the ones that be running.
I get up there in minister, there's gonna be some stuff said that they ain't gonna like in there.
So you say you empty the church up?
Gone. Gone.
Y'all listen, it's been good with Coach P in the building. So y'all listen, you just tuned in with Tea Talk with Prophetess Wise podcast. And I love you guys. Bye. Blessings.